Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back. I am Pseudo, this is Build Wars 2, and happy Monday. We have got an exciting night of my microphone falling down and running around the Borderlands, waiting for a balance patch, which we're going to get the debut of at least this Friday, and it's going to be dope. Been doing a lot of theory crafting, playtesting on this. Hey Aries, what's up? Welcome back. And we'll also be doing our gold giveaways because it's Monday. We do these every Monday or Tuesday, whichever day I can stream first. Let me make sure it looks all right on Twitch, and we will get this rolling. I've been iterating on this build for a while, and this is probably the strongest I'm going to be able to make Bladesworn until something gets fixed. This is probably 2 years of work culminating in this build, so if you out there are a Gunsaber refugee, grab this from the description. As always, it is updated there, and it is pretty strong. It uses sword pistol, it's extremely survivable, extremely defensive, and you get some fun things on it as well that you don't normally run, like Fear Me, without actually being too ironic, because you have good alacrity uptime. So it's not the worst thing I've ever made, and it honestly kind of slaps. I've been dueling my friend, shout out to Juice a lot, who plays Ranger, and it's been doing quite well versus him. Don't know if you'd be able to run this in a traditional PvP sense, but the gear is optimized, and hopefully you guys will be able to get some use out of this before we maybe get some changes here sooner than later. Knock on some wood, grab your kids, hide your wife. But we will be doing our gold giveaways, running around the Borderlands, and if you'd like to join us, feel free to hop in here. Also, I want to shout out the, whatever red is, I think it's, yeah, Tombs of Desicar has just been amazing to fight this matchup. Really, really fun. It's been, the blue guys are okay too, but like red has been honestly just top tier as far in terms of duels, and I've been really enjoying my time this relink. So shout out to you guys if you're over there. Thank you so much. Very respectful. Not that you have to be in World versus World, but we'll be talking about the build a little bit, going through it. Probably won't do a full breakdown just in case they, you know, lol if they change anything, right? But it is pretty functional in terms of Bladesworn jank, minimizing it, and you get some good use out of it. All the tools you have. Still no real ranged option because your bullets tend to go off into space, but hey, what do you want? I'm a build crafter, not a miracle worker, so it is what it is in that respect. But if you'd like to just win some money, feel free to hang out, strap in, and we'll be getting this going as well. I've also got some larger giveaways coming down the pipeline. Thank you to all our subs. The money for that on the Twitch channel just goes right into, you guys get the emotes, and we have some updates for the channel coming out. Need to do kind of a glow up on the channel, as well as some larger giveaways. 1%. There we go. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. So slow. So slow. Okay. Whew. But how are you guys doing? Hopefully you have found something to play. Hopefully you are psyched for the balance preview on this Friday. We'll probably not stream Wednesday. We'll probably do Monday, Friday this week, although I might do a midweek stream if we get some more news or a teaser. Who knows? If you haven't seen it, go check out the build balance video that we had go up on the channel. Very good discussions, not necessarily by me, but by other people, and sharing their perspectives and their opinions on Guild Wars 2 in the comments. You know, there's always going to be people dooming Guild Wars 2 dead, lol, but I don't think it's dead at all. Maybe me coping it up a little bit, but I think Guild Wars 2 in terms of video games is very much alive and doing quite well, at least via their sales numbers. And hopefully we get a better balance patch sooner than later. But I'm always open to being wrong about everything, and this is a lot of people right off the bat. That is Zerg. Well, can't do anything from a Zerg literally from space, but if I'd had balance stance, maybe I could have gotten out of that. Is okay. But in terms of playability, build is very fun, very versatile in terms of warrior, and it also has, like I might have mentioned while I was muted, it has some tools like Fear Me that actually let you land your bursts. And also, this is kind of your get off me button if you get jumped by a Willbender if you have it off cooldown, which I did not, but it's a little bit better if you tend to have buttons. Buttons are actually pretty good to have. Let me move chat. Bleach is underrated in terms of anime. Hot take, Aries. I really like Kubo's. You know, it gets a lot of flack for no backgrounds, but the art in Bleach is top tier. And the characters, like the actual how Kubo, speaking of, the lead singer from Ashes to New is actually a huge anime nerd. He has one of the largest, this band, the lead singer, has one of the largest anime collections in history. But Kubo is just super talented. He's admitted himself that he just adds new characters whenever you get stuck in terms of a story, but, you know, it's not the worst, right? Are these the red guys? Maybe we can get some vengeance. It's happening, dude. That's a Spellbreaker. That'll take forever to kill. I'm actually more comfortable going on the Firebrand right now. Immune, 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 immune. Immune, 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 immune. Welcome to 2025. Everything's immune forever. Thank you, Aries. Appreciate it. We have a new follower notification coming as well. I've been doing way too many things with the start of the year, so I haven't gotten that set up yet. But we will have a new follower, and we have a new gift sub notification as well for the couple people that do that periodically. I want to make sure I'm updating the channel with all the Twitch nonsense. Oh boy. Oh, my hair's getting long, chat. I think this is the longest it's ever been. I usually don't have long hair, but I figured I'd try it. Also, I've got to remember to take this hair tie off after the gym, because this is the ones that like bruise my wrist. A little too tight. The struggle is real. Oh man. Everybody's sleeping today, I guess. Aw. You need to tell them to come hang out. It's a dope channel with dope music, if I do say so myself, not biased at all. Kind of a stupid looking streamer, but you know, do what I can. Nose itches, chat. Well, the good news, Aries, you'll get paid back for that Prime sub, because if no one else shows up, you get all the money. I think people just feeling like dooming on the world in general right now, and it's tough. It's tough to not. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, but don't despair, guys. Hate's a waste of time. Do what you can. Put points into you. The good news is no one wants to rule over a trash heap, so is what it is. Nothing to take in this camp, man. I really hope the balance patch is like larger than we've gotten in the past, and that we get some, you know, I do give ArenaNet credit for also tending to give us a date for the next balance patch at the end of the first one, or at least in their quarterly updates, which is pretty solid. They didn't used to do that. We used to get a lot of nothing in this game, and I will give them one thing, and that's better communication, so. But Captain Crabface actually brought up an interesting point recently, where, like, I think the holidays kicked everyone's ass, Aries. That's kind of like what I was saying. He brought up an interesting point where I don't remember if I talked about this, like, with my friend or with you guys or just myself in the dark, like, just showering. You forget what I say, just like, you know, talking to my, you know, shower head. But there's a interesting, the reason they do balance previews at all is kind of, I give a lot of credit to the KI developers, Killer Instinct developers, because they did the same thing, where they were like, instead of, you know, having the PR people who aren't as versed in the game talk about the changes, let's have like the actual developers on the couch so that they can answer questions and whatnot. And the lead developer ended up regretting that, because he calls it a failed experiment, where you would preview a lot of these changes and then you would have to be prepared for people to, you know, whether they play Bladesworn or Willbender or Engineer or whatever, to sort of try to weaponize their communities against the changes that were coming through, because they don't want their thing nerfed, or they don't think you're nerfing it in the right way or adjusting it the right way or whatever. And that can be tough, especially as a developer, once you open the door to that feedback. So I don't know. I don't know if I would prefer just more faster balance patches at this point without the opportunity to give feedback. Or if I would prefer the current model where they actually are previewing everything and like doing stuff to sort of show off the changes they're going to make and preview and give the community the benefit of the doubt. What's up, Maddie? That's a hype train. I didn't even know that you could do that. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jam Spirit. Oh my god. 1 month already. Yo, Maddie, it's like so lake effect, the snow, because a bunch of my friends who live in the city were like, you know, north of me, were texting me like, did you get any snow? And I was like, yeah, we got like 1.5 inches. And they're like, dude, we got like 2 feet. And I was just like, All right, I guess we'll get it tomorrow or something. Yeah, it's crazy town. Stay warm, guys. If you haven't heard the secret tech, it's infrared heaters. I'm transitioning all my little electric heaters, recycling all the old ones and transitioning them whenever I have to buy a new one to an infrared one. They are magical. Ooh, what's this? I'm gonna just tag this. You guys can take the shrine for me. Get me that stack. Thank you very much. I am glad you love the content. I've seen you in the channel. No worries, dog. Thank you, thank you. All the money from the subs and stuff goes into our larger giveaways, so hopefully we'll get a balance patch, and then I'll either do a trivia night or a fashion night, and we can give it back to you guys in some way, you know. Hopefully hundreds of gold and whatnot. I've been doing a bunch of map completion just on my little handheld as well, so I'm going to have a lot of gold to give away. It's just I got to actually make the legendaries. I have so many gifts of Cantha. Oh, I thought I killed him. Bullets exploding and not doing damage, dude. Worse in Quebec? That is definitely a possibility. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I always lick like the... Did anyone else do this when you have a protein bottle? You like lick the top so the proteiny part doesn't hit you in the nose? Am I weird? Shut up. That's a normal thing, right? So I've also been thinking of like, because we do have subs and because I have a real job and tragically don't have a lot of time to put together like regular giveaways and whatnot, would you guys want like one-on-one, you know, if for the subs or the supporters on YouTube, would you want like one-on-one coaching opportunities for your builds, or like, you know, I'll help you troubleshoot a build or something? Because that's something I feel like I could actually contribute and offer. I might be allergic. I'll tell you what I'm allergic to. I'm allergic to the cold and the gray outside, Maddie. It's gross. Want to make sure our audio levels are all right. Yeah, we're good. Get this rolling. Oh, Twitch. Why are you yelling at me, dog? There we go. Twitch stopped having a heart attack. 2 of my streams froze, but that's okay. I only run 2 anyway. Refresh. Refresh. Alright, we're good. Jeez. I always preview it on Edge and Chrome, and Firefox, because Edge is like lightly Chromium based, but Edge is weirdly the best browser to watch Twitch in. I have no idea why. It's not good for literally anything else. I mean, that's fair, Maddie. Everybody's kind of waiting to see, I feel like, what's going on with Guild Wars 2. It's been, what, approximately a year and a half since they transitioned to the light expansion Battle Pass model, so not really sure. But like I said, it's a good Battle Pass. I just think it was, in terms of Guild Wars 2, I think they might have tried too many changes. I'm glad they tried stuff, right? But I do agree that the alliance and the scoring thing, at least at this point, might not have been the best call right after the Battle Pass model. Not really sure, but I don't know if transitioning back to just server-based would really fix anything right now. Get a sun lamp, Maddie. Make sure you go into the gym. I know seasonal depression blows. Here's the 3 things that I've found that really help with it, right? Especially going to school in upstate New York. If you out there are seasonally depressed, sleep a lot, but not an unhealthy amount. Make sure you're getting sleep. That's number 1. Number 2, get like, you're at the gym right now. Well, stop listening to me and go work out, dude. Make sure you're getting enough electrolytes. So like, oh my God, thank you so much, guys. Make sure you're getting enough electrolytes. So get those, not even the Propel drinks, but the powders. You can get them pretty cheap at like Walmart and whatnot. That one took me a really long time. There's a lot of like H2O plus gimmicks right now. Don't fall for that. All you need is like a Propel. That will help a lot. And drink, you don't have to drink a whole one. Just drink like a third of a one to half a one before you go to bed, so your body can replenish. And third is vitamin D pills, but don't overdo it. Thank you, Kate. Appreciate it. Hopefully you are Ooh, fight. Oh, these are the Nomo dudes. I love these guys. We gotta help them out. Why is Nomo on blue now? No, I wish I could res you. I tried to help. I will die with you. These Nomo people, shout out to you guys, are awesome to fight, by the way. So, like, the amazing guild. I actually want to, like, go talk to him and, like, talk about builds and stuff. I just love builds in this game. I don't know what's wrong with me. Sorry, Nomo person. I would have tried to res you if I could have. The thing with vitamin D pills, Aries, is vitamin D isn't a real vitamin because your body has to make it. It's not like... It's a vitamin, but it's not like a vitamin your body can just... You can just take. So, You take the components, essentially, and then you need to go outside and get some amount of sunlight for your body to manufacture vitamin D. So there's a two-part process to that, and people frequently forget the second part. It's Red mad at you. Yeah, they ran me over at the beginning of my stream. Oh, God. It's been interesting. Both teams, honestly, have been pretty dope to fight. I've seen you guys in EBG a lot. It's been great. Me and my little Azura friend. Well, you can just go... See, the thing, Aries, is you don't have to go outside for very long, especially right now. You just need to go outside for, like... Yeah, I tried to help. You just have to go outside for, like, I don't know, like 5 minutes. Get enough for the day. You can literally, like, run around your apartment or your house. What's up, dude? Yeah, fix the lack of Condi cleanse on this build. Where's the thief, dude? So many dazes. Haven't fixed the jank on Bladesworn yet, though. Tragically, why is... Oh, dude. Fucking... It did it again. Dragon Trigger 2, even though the other ones were off cooldown, Dragon Trigger 2 specifically was on cooldown. I wonder if he's running Power Block. That's really interesting. Yep, got him. Getting better at hitting thieves in stealth, man. There's been a bunch of thieves in EBG. I'm sorry, blue team. I know you have the dope Nomo people. Just trying to take this camp. No mercy. Where's the real Mesmer? There's the real Mesmer. Remove energy sigils. I dare you, Arena Net. Come back here. Fight me. Gotcha. Hell yeah. Yep. Chat's got me. I mean, the best way to get real information is to confidently say something wrong on the internet, but yeah, that's a better explanation of it. You need the components. Just trying to get out of combat to get stacks from this guy. That's why if you ever want an answer to something, chat, just go on Reddit and confidently say the wrong thing. Like, say something you know is inaccurate, and you'll get a great answer to it. But essentially, the pills give you the components, and then you go outside and you know, melatonin, vitamin D. But the one that I've really found that I was lacking, especially in school, and I wish I'd known, was electrolytes before sleep. Helps a lot. This is theoretically Bladesworn, Matt Kelly. Bladesworn really sucks right now, but I have spent the last 2 years of my life theory crafting it because there's something wrong with me. Yeah, I've heard driving as well is not fun at all. Like right now, One of my friends went to the gym at like 6 in the morning this morning and sent me a picture, and they're like, dude, I almost died 4 times on the way back. You know, going like 5 miles an hour, because no matter how much you salt the road at that point, it's not doing shit. All right, guys, first giveaway time. What time is it? We'll do 3 EST. So the number 3 EST, or you can spell it if you're a weirdo, for our first giveaway. Exclamation point 3 EST in chat for the time that the preview is on Friday. You're welcome to join us here or check out their Twitch channel, but we will be doing a live reaction thing. Yeah, that's why they have to give Scandinavian special vitamin D pills as well. You have to be, PSA, you have to be followed on Twitch or just exist on YouTube. That's how the bot works, but you're welcome to follow, enter, unfollow. Sorry, I'm trying to fight a camp and talk. Oh my god. Oh, leave me alone. I'm in my stacking weapon. Good lord. What's up, Gremini? Leave me alone. Great sword sucks. Let me switch. Here we go. Sick. That was quite a few people. Man, they are pissed. Nah, it's fine, XP. We are getting a... It did get moved. It got moved once, so far as we know, and we will get a preview for it this Friday at 3 EST. So you can enter exclamation point 3 EST in chat if you'd like to try for our first drawing of 25 gold tonight. Weaver has a lot of stab for a Weaver. Oof. Yeah, it's a few people. Fair enough. Kind of bullying him earlier. No, that's melatonin. Or melanin is skin color. Melatonin is the stuff that helps you sleep. Sort of related, but not really. But yeah, balance patch preview this Friday, hopefully. Maybe even what's his name will be there, because they said dude with a ponytail who I can't remember, who like used to work on Warrior and made Weaver essentially, or previewed Weaver. He's worked for ArenaNet forever. They said he was gonna Carl. Was going to be back for 2 of the balance previews. He was like in the post and then never showed up, so I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe he's not legally cleared to preview stuff or something. But he's one of my favorite devs just because he's so upbeat, and I'd love to hear from him. Yeah, I don't want to get canceled over my neurobiology stuff. Yeah, we'll get a preview for that. That'll go up on the YouTube channel as well as the Twitch channel this Friday. And give you guys another... Oh, we got it. We got time. We got time. Another whole 17 minutes to enter. I almost forgot to mail our last winner after the stream last Friday, or last Monday, but didn't forget successfully. So here's the question, Ubu. This is something I always try to ask people when they say, you know, support Thief. So what part of your build would you... I mean, even when I'm trying to, like, think of Bladesworn, right? There are things on Bladesworn that are just broken. Like, stealth on Thief is just kind of broken right now. What would you be willing to give up? Like, what is overperforming on Thief? What's the armistice that you would at least... Maybe something you get for free on any Thief build that you would be willing to give up for, like, more support Thief things. Run, Nomo, people, run! Oh, it's not Nomo. Ow. This Weaver does all the damage, dude. Dragon Trigger's living at home. Well, the idea that I've had for stealth for a while is what if they just kind of rework it, right? What if instead of it just being an absolute thing, you, like, if you get within 80 range, like way up the thief's butt, you know, they become semi-translucent, sort of like, I always use Phantom Assassin from Dota, but I don't know if that's still true or not. Would that be a okay compromise? So if they have like something that takes stealth off from being so egregious and anti-counter playable, I think I just got him here. He's still in stealth, dude. Ouch, that was my heal skill. So hard to get like any kind of dragon trigger damage, and you're so dependent on it for the rest of your moves. Let the trees hit him there. Ah yes, the thing that can attack me out of stealth even while it's in stealth. Good illustration of how stealth is bullshit in this game. I don't even know what just happened there. That was interesting. Or my second idea is sort of how they were beta testing the ambushes on Ranger. What if instead of doing the reveal after you successfully connect with an attack, it does the reveal on you or on the thief or the mesmer? You know, I'm including mesmer in this because not biased. What if it does the reveal like before you do the attack, right? So even if you miss with the attack, it still reveals you. So there's some counterplay there. I think that would be okay. Jesus Christ, dude. That hurt. Dragon Trigger is like living at home today. I have not hit with one Dragon Trigger versus this Mesmer. Okay, I'm in the right control set. I don't know what's going on. There's a little bit of lag. I guess I should account for that. They don't have skills to remove reveal. They removed that. Only Deadeye had that, and it was turbo unhealthy, and they admitted that and removed it a long time ago. Like, 2 years ago almost now. Yeah, that was real bad for the game, because there needs to be a counterplay to some things. They also just increased the duration that reveal stays on you for World vs. World, and that got no explanation, so I feel for all my Thief players. Like, it always sucks when ArenaNet does a game-wide change that they don't admit is going to affect other classes more than, like, certain classes. There you go. That was a fun little duel. Had a dude interrupt at the end, but I don't know. I always try to, you know, because I play Warrior and Mesmer the most probably. I always try to think of, okay, what's broken on my class, right? Like when I played a bunch of Mirage, I found that the problem with Mirage, and I used to have this discussion with my friend Juice, who plays a bunch of Ranger, where there are just broken aspects to different classes, right? And one of the ones for Ranger is that Soul Beast just heals its pet. I don't know what's going on here. Like, Soul Beast just heals its pet. So if you kill the pet, there's no penalty. The Soul Beast doesn't take damage. Their cooldowns aren't reduced or anything like that. Or increased. And that was stupid. And I used to play a ton of Mirage, and the problem I had with Mirage that I could identify from playing a metric buttload of it was that you could dodge while you were CC'd, and it still took ArenaNet like 3 years to fix that, but they did eventually fix that, and now Mirage is sort of balanced, right? But there are definitely classes like Soul Beast that don't have trade-offs really anymore, and they said they're not doing trade-offs, but a lot of them still do, like Bladesworn and Spectre and stuff, so shrug. That's why I always ask people like who play Thief or play other classes that I don't, what you would give up for the exchange of like, okay, I want Thief to have more support stuff. So how do you find a power, you know, how do you take away some unhealthy power budget and give it interesting things, right? I mean, everything can leave combat. I can get out of combat on a Bladesworn. I'm pretty mobile on this build. Willbenders obviously can be on you and then in space. Like, the whole point of this channel, like, half the reason I'm streaming is to just encourage healthy discussion around build crafting and build topics, because everyone, you can play this game in, like, 400 different ways, chat. You can sit in Divinity's Reach and barely interact with the combat system. You can, you know, go world versus world, and that's your, you know, PvP fix. You can actually play PvP, which is more balanced-ish, except if there's a hard meta like Catalyst or Willbender or whatever. There's a million different ways to play this game, and a lot of people just play PvE, so then when you ask them for balance advice, they're like, oh, it doesn't need to be fixed, it's PvE. It's like, dude, you are not thinking of competitive, which is, you know, at least 10% of the population, so. Thank you, Aries. Thanks for joining, dude. Have a good night. Okay. I mean, less mobility while stealth is tricky. So let me give this like 8 seconds of thought for Thief. Spectre is the support spec in quotes, right? And it already gets less initiative than regular Thief, which is kind of butt. However, the thing with Spectre... Oh my god, I'll read that in a second. I will read it. But the thing with Spectre getting more support by default is it's tricky because it's already tankier, right? And ANET is real trepidatious about giving things for free, unless you're a Willbender. So I'm trying to think of, like, in my warrior brain... what makes sense for... Oh god, gonna die. This is a problem, chat. We are out of invulns, and we are gonna die. Yep. Tried. Didn't work. At least I can read that now. So the issue with Thief having support right now is that their support skills kind of suck, right? It's all on Spectre, it's all on, like, the AoE around the tethered target, and it's all around on, like, you know, hitting something and then hitting an ally, which is kind of buggy to begin with, and then, like, your boons happen around them, right? Instead of having to sacrifice mobility, because there's a lot of things like Willbender that can, and even Warrior, that can be mobile, and you're not gonna get rid of short bow, right, on Thief. That's just never gonna happen. There's a lot of things that can be mobile, right, and supporty. Maybe there's a trait. So also exclamation point 3 EST if you'd like to enter our first giveaway. We'll do that in 4 minutes. Or sorry, 9 minutes. Can't do math. So there's a Grandmaster, hypothetically, right? This is how we're gonna do it. Grandmaster Inspector, where when you take it, your shroud abilities become ground targeted, and when you exit shroud, it reveals you for 2 seconds. Maybe something like that, right? Stacking debuff for prolonged periods of stealth. Players still have the ability provide benefits of stealth. Maybe not a stacking debuff, but maybe a logarithmic debuff I think might be interesting. So a logarithmically stacking debuff, that might be a way they could do that. That's not a bad idea. But I think just like 1 or 2 seconds of reveal when you exit shroud, but your shroud, you know, it pumps up your shroud skills, right? Might be okay. Honestly, it's a little weird to me that Thief doesn't have the ability to stealth allies when both Druid and Mesmer do. So honestly, that Grandmaster could just increase the duration of all reveal applied to Thief period, or the Thief period, by 1 second, which would be a huge nerf. But when they exit Shroud, they also, because they already have the like dump, I think Shroud dump benefit on ally trait. When they exit Shroud, they could stealth everybody, right? So something like that. Does that make any sense? I think that'd be kind of cool. So you could like provide support to your allies in a sort of a thief way, essentially. Actually, no, it should be It should actually be on entering stealth, right? Or on entering shroud, because of how the Spectre shroud works. So the full trait is when you enter shroud, you stealth everything, 5 targets in or 4 targets in an area and yourself, and all reveal that is applied to you is extended by 1 second. And your shroud abilities apply in an AoE, right? Or underground targeted. Nice damage. Kill the Willbender, chat. Even 2v2. Nope, didn't kill a Willbender. Invulnerable. Did not know he had battle standard. Very powerful ability. Oh, is this a hammer breaker? Well, I can't fight that. And a Willbender, dude. That is a no-go. That's a hard nope. Let's see if we can make this a less hard nope. Cleared him off. Bullets going into space, not connecting, as God intended. It's too much of a telegraph. You really can't use, what's it called? Dragon Trigger as a damage tool unless you have, like, the perfect setup. It's just not possible. Yep, Dragon Trigger failing for the first time. Get your counter out, chat. No reason for it. That was good. Oh, they got me. Fair enough. Now I can read this essay. Revealed capabilities benefiting from Shadow Arts. You would need to rework Shadow. No, don't put it in Shadow Arts. It should be... I think it should just be on the, like, whatever the support spec is supposed to be, right? Part of the problem where they gave Bladesworn Alacrity and then were like, wait, this is awful, is, I don't even know if they were like, wait, this is awful, because they haven't commented on it, is you literally lose a weapon, and the Gunsaber itself has no support capabilities. So, if they're hard committing to this thing where Shroud is the support thing, it's actually really good, Jan. Roaming is great. If they're hard committing to this thing where, like, support Thief is Spectre, then the support traits, kind of like Firebrand, the virtue sharing thing notwithstanding, should be in Spectre. At least in my opinion. I don't think they should lose initiative regen and stealth. The punishing for missing while in stealth is the reveal thing we talked about. I think that's the way. I almost think they were beta testing the Ranger Spear thing for Thieves and Mesmers and whatnot, because they know stealth is a problem, kind of a busted mechanic in current year. So we'll see. How many minutes we got? Jan, you're just in time to enter. Also, the YouTube client is on low latency. I actually managed to get it to work today, so YouTube chat should be able to keep up with Twitch chat. Exclamation point 3 EST for when the balanced patch preview is this Friday, right here on Build Wars 2, or check out the official Guild Wars 2 channel. But feel free to join us for that, because we will be doing a live reaction minimal commentary thing as well. And I can live my dream of actually being able to give meaningful feedback that they'll pay attention to. Oh, chat. Don't take this from me. Sport but a little too heavily reliant on Shadow Arts. Right. No, I think that stealth, it's kind of like the dodge thing, right? And this is coming from somebody who played a buttload of Mirage that gets something for free whenever you dodge, in quotes. I think that dodging should be dodging, right? Like, you press your dodge button, it's already a good button on your bar. it's, you know, possibly the best button on your bar when you think about it, because it counters literally everything in the game. So it's like, dodging should be dodging. Dodging shouldn't be something else. Stealth should be stealth. It shouldn't be, you know, purity of purpose here. It shouldn't be stealth and something else, right? So putting support into stealth, while a decent idea in theory, is like kind of dangerous because it just adds to the potential for power creep. So I'm not really sure if that's the best call, but oh god, oh god, oh god. Is there 3 people here? Jesus, dude. I just want to fish, man. Let me play the game. Christ. Ah, his friend died. Awesome. We actually killed one of these guys. By that logic, that was great. That's funny. I'll take the 1 and the 1v4. No, you can dodge in stealth. I'm saying, Sudev, instead of saying, like, because a lot of Thief's support right now is whenever you, I believe it's whenever you gain or grant stealth to an ally, and this is PvE, mind you, but it could be inferred for World vs. World and PvP as well. Whenever you grant stealth to an ally, you give them, like, healing and other things. That's a fair first victory in a 1v4, I'll take that. So, leveraging some of the support power budget off of Shadow Arts, like I believe Boo is saying, and putting it in places that make more sense and are less cluttered, are a lot healthier. It's like how Vindicator gets damage, boon extension, or not boon extension, but like protection, and like there's so, it's the, how do I phrase this without being redundant? It's the energy sigil thing, right? There's so much leveraged onto this one button right now, because chat, if you didn't know, this button, I'm gonna zoom in for this and be on an angle. This is the best button on your bar. Like, there's a reason every class in the game has this button. It's because this button is equivalent to countering everything else in the game. Almost the way ANET sees it, at least the way they balance it these days, is, yeah, V is the best button, or whatever your dodge button is mapped to, period. And that's because it's sort of, you know, if you can dodge preventatively, then you're not interacting with, you know, you're preventing an interaction by pretty much everything else, whether it's Arc Divider, whether it's, you know, Blade Sworn slash whatever it is, right? Like, it is such an important thing to remember that that's why energy sigils are so strong. That's why vigor is so strong. That's why might makes right. Flat endurance reduction, or flat endurance refund is so strong in any kind of capacity, because it stacks on top of actual endurance regen that already exists. So it is important to remember that. These guys really want my butt. They mad. They mad. It's alright. They can be mad. Everyone's been so fun to fight this matchup. It's been great. Interrupt days. Instacast interrupt, dude. It's so strong, man. Yeah, and that's why giving classes that are already good more stuff that, like, you know, benefits on dodge is really unhealthy for the long term of the game. Because even as a Mirage player, like, your dodge is already the best button, so making it even better and giving you something for free, essentially, when in a world where energy sigils already exist, is really dangerous. Can't 1v1 me. Called his boyfriend. Alright, nothing wrong with that. 2025. There is a solid second of lag, though. Missed the old Mirage cloak. What'd you miss about it? I'm curious. You mean the one where you could dodge while CC'd? That was dumb. Alright, we're gonna do this chat. Solid second of lag. Hopefully, if I'm lagging, they are too. But there's no guarantee. There was a trait for it, which is really interesting. The interesting thing about original Mirage Cloak was that you could dodge while CC'd and break stun with a trait. Like, they had it built into Mirage. It was kind of insane. But you could just dodge while you were CC'd without that trait anyway, so... kind of a thing. Turns out dodging while CC'd, even if you don't break stuns, is like pretty good. Gotta do this drawing, chat. Maybe I'll die to these guys real quick. I should have used the elite. They can have their kill. It's all good. Shouldn't have removed retaliation. I liked retail. It was kind of a power form of Condi damage, but it is very strong, especially since it scaled off of whatever was hitting you's power damage instead of yours, I believe. Anyway, we got a drawing to do, chat. Let's switch up the song here. That is too many songs. Oh, song's so good. Go check out On Lap if you haven't, guys. So many entries. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much. Don't worry, we'll do like at least 2 or 3 of these tonight. Dodge doesn't counter line of warding. Couldn't counter the amount of times. Yeah, so there are... Coolster actually brings up an interesting point that I'll talk about after we do our giveaway. Sorry, catching up on chat. Oh my god. So many entries. Just making sure my bot grabbed everybody. Sometimes it doesn't. Do a rough coverage. Okay, I think we're good. I'll just assume. 3, 2, 1. Let me click this button. And J Nasty plays. Wow, that was super fast. You have won. It's always like really long or really short. Character name or an account name, dog? Or whisper Salem. S-A-L-E-M. All one word. Yeah, congrats. Give him some congrats, chat. Give him some hamsters attacking a shoe if you got the emote. And don't worry, we will be doing lots of these throughout the stream. So, because it is Monday. And if you don't win today, don't worry. I do these literally every week because I hate having money. But Coolster brings up an interesting point where there's like 3 skills in the game that are still undodgeable. Oh, you're Rag. All right. Rad, dude. Thanks. If you ever want to lead for our guild, we got like definitely need drivers, but all good if not. Yeah, let me send you some money. Something died somewhere. Thank you so much. But there are 3 things-ish in the game, while I mail this off, that you still can't dodge. Line of warding is one. There's like a couple buff applications. Ring of warding, I believe, also, and on like Shaky Earth or whatever it's called on the Earth Staff 5, I believe is also undodgeable. But which is like real strong. So I guess your dodge button doesn't technically can't type counter everything, but it does counter most things. So I retract my previous statement. Don't cancel me too hard, but it does counter most things in the game. And that's sort of how it's balanced. Ooh, what's going on here? You're a Reaper bullying people? Can I kill you in my stacking weapon? See? Like there. So much immune, dude. In current year. I'm just gonna fly. Oh my god. Did a whole 2,000 damage to him, chat. That was what, like 8 bullets? 9 bullets? Reaper knows his buttons, I'll give him that. About to be dead, but knows his buttons. Shelters also, speaking of which, this skill, I believe, is undodgeable. It's kind of cool that there are undodgeable things in the game. Dagger on Weaver Mudslide, the Water Earth skill was actually, I believe it didn't say it on the tooltip, but it was actually the ultimate setup tool for a really long time, because you would slide forward and it would knock you down, but it was also undodgeable. So that was like kind of low-key broken for a really long time. But they took that away, finally. It is very dangerous to have damage on undodgeable, because if nothing else, damage should be dodged, which I have a feeling is also why they changed Glacial Heart, because Glacial Heart used to, I believe, do damage on CC, and there were a couple builds where you could build like Hammer, Line of Warding, and Shelter in PvP, and just do undodgeable damage to your opponents, which isn't the best in terms of counterplay, especially when, what's it called, half of the time those things don't render. So, also, this is not a trivia question, but I just want to poll the audience, since we have a decent number of people listening today. Put a Y in chat if Harbinger's Vital Draw, the Shroud 5 that like lifts you and floats you, renders for you when you're fighting them, and put an N in chat if it never does. Because I don't think I've had it render when I've been on the receiving side of it once. It's such a visually important skill. Like, Gravity Well renders. Vital Draw doesn't even have a red circle for me. So I'd be really interested to see if, you know, what people are experiencing out there, because I could be wrong. I could be doing something wrong with my settings. I only have a 3080. Maybe I need some fucking 40, 50, 90 with AI upscaling or whatever it is now. Oh, man. I never have the skill actually render, though. I don't know what it is. Maybe in PvP, I'm not really sure. PvP has some interesting interactions as well, where I think Mesmer's Portal is actually longer range in PvP because it's, otherwise you would hit a loading screen or something. It's like 6,000 range in PvP and 5,000 in every other game mode. It's very odd. There's a lot of odd trivia things like that in this game. Oh, it did like 2,000 damage. I feel like instead of making Dragon Trigger charge faster at this point, it'd be kind of cool, even for like one balance patch cycle, if pressing Tactical Reload just made you do like, made you red and then made your next Dragon Trigger do PvE damage or something, right? Just like something stupid. Bladesworn's been so bad for so long. I'd really rather them just revert every change they did except Tactical Reload, though. But a girl can dream. A girl can also drink, you know, girl in quotes, protein. Oh my god, chat. That's fucking... I'm worried because my goddamn girlfriend's hair is getting longer, or is longer than mine, but like, I gotta cut this soon. I mean, Bladesworn just needs help. It needs to either complete revert or rework. But go watch my Bladesworn video. I'm probably going to re-upload that on Bladesworn's birthday in February, if they don't change anything, by the way. So get subbed if you've never seen my Bladesworn ability. I mean, it's less of a rage mode and more of a just one hit, right? Like, it actually makes the hit matter. Because the biggest design, at least balance in terms of balance problem, is that this still has a 7 to 8 second cooldown depending on your trait lines, and in PvE it does giga damage, right? It does a bunch of damage, but it's not allowed to in PvP or World versus World, even though because it needs to have that lower cooldown for all your traits to trigger. And then if it has that lower cooldown, it just hit me. All right, it can't do damage, right? Because that's just not allowed. So it'd be cool if something that had a longer cooldown was allowed to do damage, or made it allowed to do damage. I think that would be a good compromise. But realistically, Dragon Trigger should have just been your elite skill. Alright. Now we do this. You're not running Blood Bank, man. You need to be running Blood Bank. It's stupid. It's like, help! Warrior's killing me. I don't know what this is. It's thieves, dude. Oh, it's the same group. My allies want to, like, come help me? Nah, they don't. Oh, no, it's a different NG. Interesting. Do we own this keep? I don't think we do. Don't know what any of the sword abilities do, kinda. Please explain to me how this Harbinger just got stealth. Ah, he's back to full. That's kind of an issue. Oh, that build is super fun, and the great part about it is it's still super good. Thank you. I appreciate it. That came from... This is why I say don't give up on builds, because that build came from me literally just trying random crap in the build editor, and I was like, there's no way this is going to work, right? There we go. Got the 2v2, or 2v1. I can press buttons occasionally, chat. It happens. Don't give up on stuff. Like, if your build's not working, this is why I tell people, like, just try stuff. Keep trying stuff. Vital Draw not rendering there, that was good. Exact example. What I'm talking about. Fight you with your stupid Harbinger thing. Dragon Trigger just failing there for no reason. People tell me Dragon Trigger works. If you want a good example of Dragon Trigger doesn't work, go back and watch that clip 8 seconds ago when I used Dragon Trigger Boost, and it just was like... Boop. Oh, yeah, Smoke. I actually, on the mech build that I'm going to go back to, I have Bomb Kit on there for a stealth source. Because it's got like a 20-second cooldown. It's actually really good. But you have to, you know, use Bomb Kit. I know my streams are proof it doesn't work. It's just people like, you're like, oh, it's looped footage of Blaze. It's like, no, that's how Dragon Trigger worked. NG Spear 2 is another one where it's forced movement, so the game's just like no half the time. I bet it's the same. I bet it's the same movement coding. It's too bad because they fixed it on Mesmer Spear and they fixed it on Necro Sword. you know? This is why I get upset. It's not that they haven't done it, it's that they haven't done it on the class where it matters, or on my class, you know? When my class was first arena net. Why do you hate Warrior? More baseless complaining for no reason. Good. There's a catalyst. I need more catalyst practice. What's this? It's the Harb again. Dragon Trigger living at home. Last 20 range of Dragon Trigger not coming out because ArenaNet changed it and didn't put it in the patch notes and then didn't compensate us. Ah, so many things to this class. He would be dead if they hadn't done that. When they added a delay to the Dragon Trigger 2 as well, they took the last 20 range off it because they didn't shift the hitbox to account for the delay. So the hitbox effectively happens earlier, but in place, and doesn't go the last 20 range. So when the Dragon Trigger 2 says it has like a, what's it called? A range of, you know how this one says like range 300, range 750, and this one's 900? This is actually like 730, 720. The problem is making it do damage along the line. The real answer, Tandem, if you want solutions to these things, which they have solutions now because they have the tech. You know the skill where like Spellbreaker and Elementalist jump in the air and then throw the spear? They can elevate Bladesworn and then make it do the slashes. And for the 3, they obviously just unroot it like the Necropathing. I don't know. It's weird because Warrior's still hella popular. Like, if you look at what's played on YouTube and who makes videos for what, like, the search terms, because it's, like, my job to know this stuff, so I'm curious for Guild Wars as well. Warrior's still, like, 4th most popular class or something. It's just not in PvP because it gets no love or no, like, QC. It's odd. That's why I have the joke character hire me for QA, Cal. It's not a joke. I do it for free. I do it for 4 eggs and a sandwich. Monthly. Let's not be unrealistic here. Solvable problems. Hey, at least your ambush slightly elevates you, Gremini, on the Mirage one. Oh my god, Gunsaber 3 hit something there? That was astonishing. Killing the worm for the 1 stack. What are you guys hoping for in the patch, though? Well, I know I ask this basically every stream, but as we get closer, like, what do you think? Do you think A-Net's on maintenance mode? I really don't. I know for Soto, at least, the second release, at least in my opinion, was the weakest in terms of, like, the quarterly releases, but I don't know. I hope that it's strong. The balance patch is strong. Yeah, for open world content, it's great, but basically none of its abilities are the same for PvP. Boo. Like, it doesn't get stability when it goes into Dragon Trigger. It doesn't hit like a truck. It hits like a wet noodle. Literally, Sword 3 hits harder than a fully charged Dragon Trigger in PvP. It's embarrassing. Half the skills don't work half the time. And again, I do, fix the jank and then we can talk Bladesworn balance, right? If it was in maintenance mode, I feel like by nature of having scheduled releases, the game is not in maintenance mode. We'll see the quality of those releases. All I can do is give feedback like I did in the balance video, Kin. But I do feel like that more than anything, I would just welcome more frequent balance patches if that's in the cards, if that's a possibility at all. Because I do honestly believe that more people do, at least these days with the people who are still playing the game, more people get excited for balance patches than A-Net puts weight on. Like meaningful changes too. Not just, oh, we tweaked Willbender's numbers down 10% or whatever, right? Like actual meaningful changes that affect the game, whether that's a bug fix or anything else. Engineer Rifle was broke once upon a time. on the auto attack. That thing was like the hardest hitting thing in the game because they massively overtuned it. So maybe that's why they're not, because they're afraid. Oh, come back, dude. Fight me. Why'd you turn around? Just because you don't have like 8 friendos. I take it back. I think blue is the fun guild to fight, or the blue is the fun alliance to fight. Lisgardus. Fight me. Fight me. Fight me. Bye. I mean, it still hits like a truck on the 5. Maybe they could move some of the damage off the 5 onto the auto. I was running around with my friend, and he has more toughness than I do. And he was like, what just one-shot me? And I was like, I bet it was Rifle 5. And he's like, there's no way. And he was like, jump shot. Yep. Bunker Vert's good in every game mode. But Chrono is like where it's at for PvP. It's... even with the Willbender meta, if you're going to do actual organized structured PvP, a support Chrono's still insane because boons are still good in PvP, right? But you could definitely make a Bunker Vert for roaming. In general, like Condi stuff right now, it's frustrating for me to say this, but it is really strong. It's not very fun to fight, but it is really strong if you run like a mix of Trailblazers and other stuff, especially with Vert because it heals off the Condi damage you do. Yeah, maybe, like I said, what would you give up? You know, what I would give up for Bladesworn is nothing because it's in a trash can, but realistically what I would give up is Shieldmaster. Shieldmaster needs to go. But then if we're giving up Shieldmaster, we need to do a real big overhaul. It's not just like, okay, make the skills work. It's give me interesting things. Chrono has a weakness. You just have to exhaust all its buttons. But I hear you. That's kind of the weakness for everything, right? The interesting thing for at least the new weapons is some of them got boons and some of them didn't. And by the new ones, I mean the ones for Soto, right? So like the ones that got boons, like Warrior's Staff and Chrono's Rifle, ended up being real strong because it turns out, hey, boons are really good. I'll trade you Gremini. I'll trade you removing quickness from Chrono. Chrono can have Alacrity, and Mirage gets quickness. There is no way in my mind that Chronomancer shouldn't have Alacrity. Chronomancer. It was real stupid for like the nanosecond in this game, and I say nanosecond like the 6 months, where Chronomancer was worse at giving Alacrity than Mirage. Oh, man. 10 charges on Bladesworn is default. You get 5 with the Alacrity trait. Cameron? Chrono being able to do everything from range in PvP is a bit of a mistake, but... You know, that's a rifle issue. That's not really a Chrono issue. Chrono's actually pretty balanced in PvP itself. It's like how I don't really want them... How do I phrase this? I think rifle is overperforming, but the thing it just works best is on Chrono. In PvP. It's kind of the opposite problem where Spellbreaker is overperforming and they always just nerf Core Warrior, right? It's Yeah, I would actually touch up Rifle in PvP right now, even though it's been nerfed like 3 times already. It's not really a Chrono problem. Because then, you know, you nerf Chrono, people are just going to run Virtuoso. How are we doing on giveaways? 3 minutes, alright. So 3 minutes, we'll do our next giveaway. We'll do the other half of the timing. Give you guys a little bit of a heads up here. Exclamation point Friday in chat for the balance preview. Hopefully at 3 EST. I'm just guessing on that, but they did say Friday. Roaming's good. The blue guys are fun to fight, and the red guys are raids this time. So, it's been pretty fun. Won some outnumbered fights already, Dream. I like that like half of chat watches these while working out or in the background while doing work or like actually at the gym. You guys rock. Put points into you, chat. Well done. You all get a head pat. We need a head pat emote. Yeah, really solid discussions. Also, apologies if you did comment on the balance video in the past week. I haven't checked comments this week, so I will try to get back to you. I have been trying to get, you know, be more consistent at commenting on those, at least because the comments that I'm getting are good, and that was the entire goal of the video, was to just have some healthy discussion. Because in video games, Guild Wars 2, I feel like, is a little bit bad for this in the PvP space, but not super bad for it. There's so much gatekeeping around build crafting, and I hate that. Like, I want more people interested in this crap, not less, you know? So that's, like, why I'm like, hey, let's just, like, make a balance video and talk about stuff. Steak sub, this sounds good. All I have is a protein shake. I'm gonna go eat, like, a lasagna bowl after this. Lasagna is weird. I don't know. I'm probably a hysterical Italian stereotype, but I do love pasta. But I don't like pasta in, like, the traditional format. I eat it more of as, like, cereal, right? Where you mash it up and you can just, like, eat it with one hand with a spoon without looking. It's the Jerry Seinfeld thing, right? Where it's just, you know. Oh, man. Where he loves cereal because you can eat and drink with one hand without looking. Yeah, but that's... I mean, in terms of tree, that's better than it was, Kin, right? Like, this game has a balance patch pace of a glacier, but it was much... At least for World versus World, in both Zerging and Roaming, it was much worse when Celestial Gear gave you everything, right? Because the answer... That's... I've talked about this before, where there've only been two things in like 11 years that have really made me quit Guild Wars 2 or get close. One was when they nerfed Daring Dragon after I've spent a year, you know, figuring it out. That's a personal bias thing. That's whatever. The second was when they introduced every stat to have Selly, or Selly to have every stat. So it was... Sorry, that broke my brain. Because it was just the start and the end point of every single build was, oh, I wonder what I'll run on this power build. Oh, it's Celestial Gear. I wonder what I'll run on the support build. Oh, it's Celestial Gear. Oh, I wonder what I'll run on this Connie build. Maybe I can tweak some stuff and min-mat. No, it's Celestial Gear. Because it's just more stats and ridiculous stats on, you know, concentration on expertise on stats that shouldn't have it. So it was super stupid and nothing could interact with anything else for like 3 years. That was awful, but... It is what it is. Oh, do you want to fight? You have the Vagabond package. You have to want to fight. Fight me. Fight me. This is happening. Sword Berserker with the Vagabond package. He's running Shieldmaster. My shit's unblockable. This is Captain Crabface's build? Oh, it's a Nomo dude. Nomo dude or dudette. Or something in between. These Nomo people, if you see them, like, free plug for whatever this guild is, right? Like, I don't know them, but they seem chill, they hang out and chat, and they are super fun to fight. Just amazing. I thought he'd do the counterattack. Just trying to trade with this guy. Staff is so strong on Warrior, it's insane. 600 damage. Alright, you can have the camp. I'm done with this. Slash, cry. And that's why they nerfed Staff. Like 4 times. Oh, man. You may have the camp. I mean, honestly, milk and pasta isn't that bad an idea, but there's already cheese in there. I mean, like, you just kind of, like, mash it up and grind it and eat it with a big spoon. Also, hot take, Mario is racist, but no one cares. Anyway, now that Nintendo's coming for me, exclamation point Friday in chat. You gotta be followed on Twitch or just exist on YouTube, guys. Get those entries in. That'll be for another 25 gold. You can win more than once, so if you've already won, feel free. Why Trapper runes? Just because they're like the best Condi rune? That seems weird. Just because Immobilize is stupid. You both have less fun people to fight, I know, right? Ah, that's good. It's like how free plug for Homage as well. He's got War Pigs, which is more of a PvP guild. Like, go check him out if he's really got a healthy attitude. No one cares because everyone loves Mario. I mean, I guess that's fair. He's not like a mean, hysterical Italian stereotype, right? Also, chat, y'all, I have a feeling we got some, maybe one or two people who pay attention to, like, gaming news. What do you guys actually think of the Switch 2? Not to be too ADHD here, but, like, I don't know if I'm getting one. Especially if, like, for a really long time, most of the games are going to be made to sort of run on Switch. You know? What class was the one I just dueled? It was a Berserker with a staff. Staff is unnerfed in World vs. World, so it heals for a buttload. So Staff Spellbreaker and Staff Berserkers will be basically impossible to kill. It's gonna have like weird mouse support. It's got a chip. It has a basically PS4 chip instead of a phone chip from actually 10 years ago in it for the Switch 2. I would estimate it's probably gonna cost $400. I don't think Nintendo, knowing what I know about marketing, will be able to charge more than that, seeing as the OLED Switch was $350 when it came out. And they kind of shot themselves in the foot by making it backwards compatible, which, to Nintendo's credit, they didn't have to do, and they really don't have to do. If that was you, Crucify, sure. Meet you somewhere. Always down. But yeah, the Switch 1 was so ballistically successful that, like, they feel like they just didn't do anything. You know, you can't sell a new one. We're gonna fight where the Sandlions are, where the Sandlions roam. I'm jumping. No, let's go where there aren't Sandlions. Let's go, like, over here. I mean, yeah, but that Mario Kart game has, like, 24 player supports, theoretically, which would be kind of dope. Alright, I'm jumping. Jumper bow whenever you're ready. Okay, you ready? Staff heals for so much. It's so strong. I wish I could run it, but I can't. I just don't lose all my damage if I do. Fuck. That was good. Good setup. Unless one of us gets a miracle setup, this might be pretty tough. You have hammer though, so definitely more potential. Good God. One day I'll get to press my heal skill. It'll be amazing. There will be cake. Wonder if you have amazing lag as well, Crucify. Great name, by the way. Like, one of us is going to have to snipe the other's heal skill. This is probably a stalemate, largely. Yeah. I also have, like, a half second of lag, at least. $2,000 hull damage! Fully charged Dragon Trigger. Let's go, ArenaNet. I'll trade you. Fuck. Respect for the Karka potions as well, man. Nice. Locked down with the hammer. The hammer does it. That was good. That was good. Let them come. I'll kick their butt. Heisen left Guild Wars 2. I mean, I'm not surprised. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know what's going on with Desert, but it's pretty something for the lag. Different people are gonna play different stuff. Heisen will come back when there's interesting Guild Wars 2 stuff. Muckluck will come back when there's interesting raid stuff. Yeah, congrats, Crucify. That was good. There you go. Hammer Staff Spellbreaker if you want an alternative, guys. Hit up Nomo. They're awesome. There's no way I'm gonna be able to beat that. It's just I don't have enough of the tools that like deal with that. I would need poison to deal with that build, I think. And in order to get poison, I need to give up my one cleansing sigil. Oh, hello. No? Yes? Alright. Heisen's got his solo game going on. He knows what's up. I mean, that's all we can do is hope and give them feedback, right? Maybe one day, Dream. Maybe one day. Oh, what are you guys fighting? I'm gonna come help my Nomo bros. No, gotta help. Sorry if that was a 2v2. Oh, man. Exclamation point Friday in chat. Chat. It's when we get our balance preview. It'll be fun. Hopefully. Not just we adjusted Willbender by like 0.2 damage. I should post that video of my, like, soloing my Trin and it taking actually like 10 minutes back in the day. On a Condi Reaper. Back when that was a thing people did. We've done some challenge stuff. No, I wouldn't, Evelyn. As much as that sucks to hear, maybe Spellbreaker, maybe. Yeah, good fight, dude. Do that. Warrior, ANET thinks is simple. It's actually incredibly complicated to try to play because in order to get results on a warrior, you need to try to do infinitely more and work infinitely harder than other classes do. If you're looking at warrior, try Guardian or Revenant. Realistically, Guardian is the simpler warrior class, or Ranger as a soul beast is the simpler warrior class because they are just... They do a lot more than... They do a lot more with less effort. I don't know, maybe Crucify has an opinion on that. Clearly very good Spellbreaker as well. But Warrior is very, very, very... Like, the little dots on the selection screen mean nothing. Maybe if you're playing Core Warrior, maybe. Yeah, but it doesn't have a high skill floor. Revenant has a high skill cap, but to be decent on a Revenant, you really... In my opinion, you don't have to do much. You just need to swap Legends off cooldown, right? There you go. Got some feedback from the chat. But yeah, just go with what you like playing. It's just like a fighting game. If you like the look of Warrior, if you like the look of, you know, Bladesworn or Berserker, like, don't let me tell you how to play a video game. Go for it, right? Half the thing with fighting games, let alone MMOs in general, is just living the class fantasy or living the character fantasy. So absolutely just play what you like. And feel free to ask any questions here. Like, it's a very chill place. I would love to give you some useless build knowledge. I'm sure chat would like to help you out as well. Our chat is extremely chill and extremely cool. Very lucky with in that respect. Warrior you can do, like as you saw, you can make it work. I'm still playing Bladesworn and sort of making it work, right? It's just you need a lot more class knowledge and button knowledge than other classes. And that's something I lament that ArenaNet really doesn't take into account when they do things like put, you know, here's the simpler class. It's like, maybe in theory, but not in practice, dude. Give it non-forced movement skills, and then we'll talk. I like a challenge, then go for it. I would say if you're gonna try Warrior, make sure you run it with Discipline, because Discipline is basically how you play Warrior. Those stars weren't made for getting Vanilla Guild Wars 2. They put them in 4 years ago, Dream. Those didn't exist on the character selection screen. They put those in right after the game became free to play. That's why I was like, what are you talking about? Warrior became my favorite because it's the jankiest Crucify, if that makes any sense. I love playing what's bad in video games. I played the most Mirage. I show that off a lot. But Warrior to me, and like, I just love the... Honestly, if Bladesworn wasn't in the game, I wouldn't play it, because I love the class fantasy of the Gun Samurai, right? Even if it's bad right now, or bad in quotes, or jank in quotes. But I love the anime and anime fantasy, or the potential of it. One day it'll be more than just a Shield Master bot, maybe. If enough people get on the hype train. Yeah, it's Warrior's clunky. I don't know if that's by design at this point, but it just is. 2012 had them. They were always there. All right. Might have to dig up some of my VODs from 2012. I'll believe you. I'm allowed to be wrong on the internet, too. Necromain. Just wait till they give Necro Stealth. They've got to at some point, right? We got a drawing to do, chat. Oh my god, how do you guys let me get away with this? Exclamation point Friday in chat. All one word for Friday at EST, 3 EST, or noon Pacific, I believe. We will get this preview. Necro Stealth would be a thing, right? Because if you use something like Ghastly Claws out of Stealth, that'd be insane. White Beauty, I've got a question for you while we do our giveaway. So, you play... It's kind of like in the line of my Thief question from before. Let me get this going here. I wonder if the patch is going to look like anything. No. So, you know how Necromancer's swords move you 600 and say 450? Which is the distance you think they should actually move you? Because I don't know at this point. I don't know if they should normalize it to the tooltip, or if they should normalize it to what they actually move you. Because they absolutely move you 600, not what's it called? Not 450. And that's something that just upsets me when ArenaNet's tooltips are just like completely not accurate. I don't know. Alright, do this drawing. 3, 2, 1. Click the button. Gotta get to a special place and click the button. I wish I could use chairs while I do these. Chairs are coded as mounts, chat, so I can't, and I get to eat poop. Now it's rolling. GM Spirit, you have won. Congrats. Oh, it's one of our new subs. Dope. Yeah, subs get double entries, by the way. Congrats, dog. Character name or an account name. Give him some congrats, chat, before the end of the stream. I swear those dots were new, but alright, fine. Fair enough, I suppose. Definitely do at least one more giveaway. And just for any of our new dudes or returning dudes, stream times are Monday, Wednesday, sometimes Friday. Not sure if I'll be able to do a Wednesday one since we have the preview. Wednesday and Friday trade up a lot. You know, make me a Twitch millionaire and then I won't have to have a real job. But for now I do, so is what it is. But happy to give you bad build advice because I've been doing this, playing this Get Fine video game for upwards of 11 years now. And I do really enjoy it. Tooltips are really bad too. Tooltips be updated to reflect their... Yeah. Warriors are getting better. The ones that aren't accurate on Warrior are the burst tooltips. Captain Crabface has pointed this out as well, where they just, based on adrenaline level, like they'll just be completely inaccurate. So, oh, if you're free to, dude, if you're free to play, let me send you some money. What's your account name, Evelyn? You don't have to win a giveaway. Just let me send you like some bags or something. I'm happy to help new people. It would have blown my tiny brain out. If I had been a new person, someone had sent me like 18 slot bags. Let me send you some stuff here. Yeah, congrats. More than anything, I really like helping new people. So I could type. There we go. Send that off. This is not committing you to the game in any way. I would just like to help. Slot. Price. Not buying those. A little too expensive. 18 slot bags. Heck yeah. It's too many. Yeah, it is 2 movements. I think they could split the difference. I think they can make it like 500. It's just the two leaps is really cool, right? They can't get rid of the 2 leaps. It's annoying that this says 600 and goes the same range, right? When Necro gets 2 of them. Robotech rules. Yeah, chat's extremely chill here. No, I am happy to help you out, dog. Character name. Okay, we're good. We're good. Nobody bully Ray here. I'm gonna send you some stuff. Get you into this fine game. Bag space is one of the biggest things, so absolutely willing to throw you some stuff. Don't worry, I wouldn't be giving away my money. Yeah, I know. I gotta sell some of my legendaries. I talked about it a little bit, Ken. I've been doing a bunch of map completion, and like, there's some lag. I haven't actually been doing anything with it. Like, I have all the gifts and stuff. I just haven't made like any of the stuff. No, happy to help. If you have any Guild Wars 2 questions, please feel free to ask me or Chad or anybody here. Yeah, you can tell the Zerg's here because they lag in, boys and girls. Anybody else remember the meta event that I didn't hallucinate totally and like what used to be here for exactly 2 weeks until it made everyone's computer lag to shit and they took it out? I remember that. Desert was supposed to be a cool map and then everyone complained about it because people hate change. Which is weird because I feel like that's 180'd as well, and also in real life people like want change even if it's gonna mean burning their house down. So, I don't know. The zeitgeist of humanity is a fun thing, or the id of humanity is a fun thing to follow. I hate change. I want change. That's not the right kind of change. And it throws up their hands and walks away. I mean, here, I'd be okay if War Claws were only on Desert Dream. I really don't like their implementation of War Claws in World vs. World. But I've said that a million times, and I'm sure Chad is tired of hearing it. Ugh. Gliding really helped Desert out. What I want, Jan, this is not a joke. I want a World vs. World map to replace one of the 2 Alpine ones. That, say, you have your normal land keep, right? You have this one, and then the castle, or whatever's in the middle, is underwater depending on the time of day. Like, it actually, like, changes. I think that would be so sick. And you can't use mounts, but you can use skiffs, and it's surrounded by a moat, and you can anchor your skiff. And then if you anchor the skiff, which the technology is in the game, you can throw, like, catapults and stuff onto it to siege the castle. I think that would be so amazing. Oh my god, I want that so bad. I think it'd be so cool. You could, like, build catapults and siege on the anchored skiff. It'd be sick. Everybody would hate it. Everybody would hate it, but I would love it. Because it would be using... This is something that I get a little bit angry at ArenaNet for, is whenever there's a new expansion, at least lately, and especially if they're going to start calling Soto and Janther Wilds expansions, right? They don't translate any of the masteries to World vs. World. Like, you literally can't catch anything, even regular fish, in World vs. World. Like, it's so weird there isn't like a a mastery that's like on a 10-minute cooldown. When you kill somebody, it has a chance to spawn a puddle, and then the puddle will guaranteed like grant a legendary fish if you manage to fish in it. Like, I think that would be so cool. Like, you're literally you're BMing the person, sure, by fishing in their, you know, where they were, but it would be so neat if there was like meaningful interaction with this. I think that would be so cute. Got away. You guys gonna like try to fight me or what? Ah, the Dragon Hunter fucking body block for him. That was good. Ah, fair enough. Shouldn't have turned around. I thought there were only gonna be 2. I was willing to take that 1v2. Oh, no worries, dog. Again, if you have any questions, like literally half the reason I don't make any money from this, all the money that I, you know, from subs and whatever else, I don't run ads on the YouTube channel. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, I personally don't need to. I'm fortunate enough to have a job where I don't need to do that. Maybe someday, but I would like to just give all the money back. So anything I get from that just goes into our giveaways and stuff, which is why I'm able to give away like 100 to, you know, 100 gold-ish every week and help people out. It's all chat. If you have any questions, please ask chat, or please let me know. Yeah, like a blood pool or something. Special world versus world fish that sell for more or give you badges of honor or something. Again, I feel like that would take like 8 seconds of coding, you know? But I don't work for ArenaNet. I do code in C. If you want to hire me, ArenaNet, you know, plug. But it's probably more complicated than that. But I just don't like that, because they're... Even PvP, right? Implementations they could do. Where for a little bit when Jade bots came out in PvP, they were being used to almost abuse farm materials, because there's a recycler you can get. And it was recycling materials, so people were just going into like regular matches and dying, and it was destroying the economy. Or at least, you know, that's what they said, so they disabled it. But I would love to see it just be on a percentage, right? Like a percentage chance in PvP when you killed somebody to give you materials or something like that, you know? Because these are masteries. More cross-game mode interaction, please. The game isn't just WoW, where it's one game mode. I guess there's PvP in WoW as well, but you take at least some of the stuff you farm in WoW over to PvP, right? So that's like a big component of it. So again, if you're going to have all these horizontal progression systems in the game, have them horizontally translate in meaningful ways to other game modes. Just options, right? Yeah, people tell me HTML doesn't count, so I had to learn a real coding language. This is why I learned some C. People are like, CSS and HTML are design languages, not coding languages. And I was like, I'm typing into a keyboard words that aren't in the dictionary, but sure. You do already get mats from bags, but just like, you know, there is the Jade Recycler. You can still get, you know, Jade Shards from your bot, Ken. Unironically, I don't know if you guys have a Jade Bot Recycler enabled, but unironically, one of my favorite additions that came out of End of Dragons was, what if you do have one and you kill an enemy, it has a chance of saying your Jade Bot recycled some junk, which is, I guarantee, not intended, but also the most hilarious, like, little bit of shade the Jade Bot is throwing on whatever you just fought. Like, oh, I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, like the aquatic map could have the fishing spots. It could have the skiff spots instead of like cats and stuff. They could do like one balance patch at underwater combat. Also, PSA, if you have like a spear on Thief with quick pockets, you just can't hit them underwater. Like, the spear has like a 1 initiative cost evade that takes as long to cast as it exists, like 4. My friend was literally shooting this Thief in EBG. It might have been one of the Nomo people, actually, with a longbow 2, and none of the longbow 2 hit through the duration of it. Obsidian Sanctum would be dope for GVGs, right? Can I preview. Where is it? So Edge of the Mists actually all the way up here has a GVG arena, right? If they took this bit and moved it over to Obsidian Sanctum, I think that's what Obsidian Sanctum could do, where you could just go in and GVG, right? Would that be better than Warrior? Just about everything is better than Warrior right now. But if you don't want to spend the time trying to level something up, Evelyn or Ray, if you just jump into PvP and all of the gear in PvP is normalized right now. I mean, again, I'm biased. I play Warrior, right? So I'm of course going to say it sucks. But Warrior is just janky. It's not bad, right? So if you enjoy your skills just whiffing half the time for no reason in a fighting game, that's Warrior. But when it hits, it hits. But if you just go into PvP, after you get to level 2 on a character, you can just equip an amulet and then just try some of the skills and get a, like on golems or whatever, and get a sense for how some of these things will play, because you'll have everything unlocked just by default. Because all the gear in PvP is normalized, and there'll be some amulets and stuff you can't buy, or some sigils, but don't worry about that. That's for PvP. Just don't read map chat. The PvP map chat, just like in all games, is its own game mode. Gun saber projectiles hitting and doing no damage. We could switch the map up, actually. We could go to EBG for this last bit here. I haven't, Ubu, because I have to build so much precision on my builds, but I like that they exist. Maybe chat has some opinions on that, since they put demolishers into World versus World. I know one of my friends is very into demolisher stats. Oh, this is the wrong weapon set. Oh well, we'll do it. He's very thankful because he plays Ranger, right? So that's really good for him, because he needs like the extra toughness, but Warrior already has really high toughness, so it hasn't really benefited me much. Like I said, I'm glad they exist. I welcome their existence. And my friend is actually even switching from demo to just running Karka potions for his toughness. This is really awkward because I'm missing a sigil here. Dragon Trigger again, not moving me for no reason. That's three this stream so far. This person would be dead if it had. That's good. Like, Dragon Trigger isn't supposed to move you if you're immobilized, but I wasn't immobilized there. So, I don't have answers for you. That's what I'm talking about, Evelyn, where Warrior skills just, like, do you have this thing where they just don't work sometimes? Whether it's Dragon Trigger or Bladesworn or whatever. Got the Fear Me set up. Thank you for the fight, Red Dude. You like Dragon and Marauders? Well, what do you play? I mean, that's... Yeah, if you play Ranger, like, you already have a lower health pool as well. I like the option for demo, like having a couple pieces demo. It's kind of like old Selly, where it's really good as a supplemental stat, you know what I mean? Bro, I am not in the right weapon set. I let you live! Don't let you live next time. It's not happening again. I'll trade with you. I was going to let you live. Nice. That's fair. No more person. I didn't know it did the finisher. That's actually sick. I was actually wondering if Battle Standard did finishers when you finished with it. Nice job, Crucify. Well done. I know the Thief finisher does as well. I believe the Willbender one does, and I'm pretty sure the Scrapper, if you finish her, or if you finish somebody with a gyro, does as well. So it's good to know that Warrior didn't get left out there. Oh, posture check, chat. Oh my god, would Thief be better than Warrior? Sorry. Thief is awkward because it's very low health. I'm sorry, it's on a different monitor, so the color grading's different. But yeah, just try it in PvP. And I don't even mean just the actual game mode, just like hitting golems and stuff. Thief is very different because its weapon skills don't have cooldowns. Instead, they have a resource they need to manage. It's more like a mana pool. Sorry, I know some people hate that word. No more guys get in this camp. We're supposed to queue for EBG, chat. Jeez. See if we even get there. But yeah, for real, check out this build from the description, because I don't think that I'm going to be able to optimize it anymore. Hey, Merkleys, what's up? Would you like to fight? You wanna fight, Own Man? Guess not. Oh, apparently same as WoW. I never played WoW. I was extremely poor growing up, so count my blessings that I didn't have enough money for a WoW subscription, because all of my WoW friends hate it now. But, you know, still a good video game. Apparently they have a new raid coming out, so still on that grind set. Respect. We have one more giveaway to do. That is something in stealth. Yep. I see you didn't want to fight me fairly. Just is a playstyle. See, like there, Sword 2 just not connecting for no reason. It's always good to see. A lot of barrier on this Untamed, actually. Dragon Trigger, 4th time it's failed this stream. This is going to be like the stream that I link people when they tell me that Dragon Trigger works. That's amazing. He would have been dead if Dragon Trigger hadn't fucked up. He's not dead because Dragon Trigger fucked up. And now he's out of combat. I don't. Nope, just War Claws engage. Interesting. I like that I periodically run into the Nomo people. It's pretty cool. Tracking you, buddy. I didn't know that was an evade. It's pretty cool. Why are you running away, man? Fight me. Alright, well, won that fight. He wants none of it. Another stealth player. Interesting. Yeah, it's disrespect, but it's alright. He would have been dead if Dragon Trigger wasn't a pile of wet cats, so it is what it is. Again, I wish I could show off Warrior being awesome. It's just so buggy and janky and stuff. Like, literally, for all of our new people, this is what I'm talking about. The UI, these squares don't line up. Like, I'm pointing at the screen like you can see it, but, you know, use your brain. The first 3 squares, the flashing ones, don't line up. It hasn't for, like, 2 years, because they moved the UI and never fixed it. That's what Warrior is right now, where it's got all this potential and then just nothing. Great class fantasy, A-tier class fantasy. Like 2 out of 10 execution, but you know, they ask for positive feedback and constructive, and I try to be constructive, other than just, hey, maybe fix the UI. But one day my skills will land. It'll be amazing. Again, ArenaNet, if you, from the limited game design knowledge I have, if you want to just elevate the character's hitbox like 2 units and take the stupid delay off it, that'll fix it. Before it does the slash. I don't know. It's all I can try to do, chat. Maybe one day. Cautiously optimistic. Harder classes are usually neglected by the devs. Easier classes, well, yeah, it's a vicious cycle, right? I talked about this with Homage a lot, and even who's the Willbender dude? Pixel, obsolete Pixel, where like the problem with Bladesworn is like no, it's really janky, so no one plays it, so it doesn't get any attention, so no one plays it, so it doesn't get fixed, and the cycle continues, as they say. Conversely, like 30% of their player population or something plays Willbender, so it gets all the attention in the world, and it feels really good to play. It's because they have to make it feel good to play. So even if Warrior is popular and the class fantasy for Warrior is still there, the class fantasy for Bladesworn for a lot of people isn't. Like, you know, take a shot every time you see a Bladesworn in World vs. World or PvP, and I guarantee you're not going to get drunk. It's nobody plays the class because it's just nothing, right? Daredevil's pretty good. Daredevil's a specialization of Thief. So try out regular Thief, and Daredevil is kind of just more Thief. Lots of stealth, lots of movement, lots of teleports on Daredevil. Very, very awkward class for your first class for learning because you're going to take 2 hits and be dead, but give it a shot. For Daredevil, you will need Heart of Thorns / Path of Fire, which are bundled right now. They're 2 expansions. Excellent buy. Usually goes on sale, so if you're enjoying it, enjoying the game, they usually go on sale for like $7.50. I know they were just on sale for the holidays. I don't think they still are, but you could probably pretty reliably just wait for another sale and pick it up for like $7.50 USD. It's an amazing amount of content for $7. It's astonishing. All right, chat. One more giveaway to do. We'll start it now, a little bit early. We ran out of times, right? Yeah, like the class fantasy of Bladesworn is dope. The best way that my friends and I have found to rate things in this game, whether it's class for ArenaNet, is idea versus execution, right? It's the best example of probably the best of both of these is, and again, this is going to differ from person to person because people are different, but the best example of like a really good idea and a really good execution was probably Chronomancer in my mind, where it's a really good idea. It's a time mage that plays off of the illusion thing. It is really simple because it really just gives it one thing, continuum split, that resets all its cooldowns, but it's also really well executed with all the existing balance that Mesmer had at the time. So that's probably, you know, a 9 or 8 out of 10 idea at least, and probably 8, 9 out of idea execution, at least the way it is now. So Bladesworn, conversely, is like, you know, Gun Samurai, perfect, sells it for Cantha, it's integrated into the lore, even if the name is stupid, and it should have been called Dragon Sworn as a pun or anything like that, especially since they were going with puns. Great class fantasy, right? Perfectly fits Guild Wars 2. 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 idea. Terrible execution. It has way too many systems on it. Again, I'm not going to complain about it here, just go watch my video, but like, it's way too complicated and just doesn't work, right? If they fix the doesn't work part, then we can talk about the balance of it. But yeah, you know, other things like Hollowsmith, great idea, pretty good execution for what it is. Stuff like that. Speaking of, here is one of those now. Chrono is really difficult to play. It's one of the reasons I have respect for Chrono players. Oof, something hit me. Is that jump shot? This nuts guy is nuts. So much protection, dude. I actually thought Dragon Trigger was going to fail there as well. I was almost positive. That shot just failed there. So epic music. I can't lose this, dude. Hollow's like making it work. He's running shield something? Pistol, maybe? Oh, he was tiny. I couldn't see it because of the fog. Respect. Tiny Azura players. Damn it. Yeah, Fear Me should really chill you. Good fight. Good fight. Thank you, sir. We're getting a lot of like good footage for duels. I want to start doing dueling compilations, kind of like Homage does, and commentary on like my fights and stuff, and so I can learn from them. Oh, there's lots of fun stuff you can do with Chrono, yeah, and it's such a good concept. It's so fun, and just continuum split back, you know. All right, chat. Because we've been talking about it a lot tonight, exclamation point balance in chat. That'll be our last word. Got it in. Exclamation point balance in chat. You just got to be followed on Twitch or exist on YouTube, and this will be another roll for 25 gold. Start hosting dueling sessions. So we probably will. The thing with the guild hall is you can't duel on top of decorations, I found, Jan, so we might be moving it. I need to find the guild hall with like the flattest just base area, and then we can sort of get those going. But I have Sea Monster crafting 2 of every decoration one for a reason. Also, things are just kind of like low-key in Guild Wars 2 right now. Like, you know, people recovering from the holidays. Been a lot going on in the world, so is what it is. But we'll get it rolling. A-Night will probably give us some kind of news this week. Maybe, possibly, hopefully. Hopefully. So, let's see. Yeah, exclamation point balance in chat. I like that YouTube doesn't have a delay today. Unfortunately, I have to remember that every single stream and can't set it for the default, but, you know, progress, right? I wish YouTube I could translate some of the emotes. But maybe one day. What's not that bad, Ken? Sorry, I just saw your message. Chrono's really difficult to play. Yeah, well, Chronomancer was just shield, right? For a really long time. Chronomancer, I mean, Mesmer, honestly, other than NG, I think Mesmer made out like a bandit with the shared weapon thing. Ellie got some benefit. Warrior got absolutely shafted. Chrono got a lot of benefit because there weren't a lot of offensive weapons available to it, really. Other than maybe, like, Greatsword. You know? Yeah. But NG made out like a bandit, and so did Chronomancer specifically on Mesmer. Honestly, also, the other versions of Mesmer actually did in a different way because shield is so strong. So, like, Virtuosos and Mirages were the shield, like, just good luck killing them, right? No, absolutely. There's no races in this game. Races don't matter. Races are only tied to your, Please feel free to ask questions. Don't ever apologize for that. Races don't matter. They only give you racial skills, which are like starting skills that sort of get you going. So whatever you like the look of. Whatever you want to play through the story as and like the class fantasy of. If you want to be a plant person, be a plant person. If you want to be a big, bulky Norn. I tend to play short Norn ladies just because I like their animations better. This is not a human. This is a Norn lady, and I am getting stunned. But, yeah, you do you. There are, like, again, there's like 2 things that it matters for, but nothing really meaningful to the game. If I can get out of combat, I can show you sort of what the racial skills for Norns are. I guess I'll gimp myself here. These are the only things that are really locked behind race or racial skills, and they only really matter for PvE and world versus world. Norns are kind of cool because you get this one that like has a dash and a, what's it called? A stealth, but other races have some good stuff too, and these have abominably long cooldowns, which is why no one uses them for anything. Well, any Mesmer is good with Spear right now and Dagger, because Dagger and Spear are probably the most... Aside from Guardian's Spear, Mesmer's Spear and Dagger are probably the most broken weapons they've put in the game. I mean, honestly, Dagger isn't even that broken. It's just weird that it's 1200 range and cleaves by default. The cleaving thing should really be a thing that you have to take on Virtuoso, and then the cleaving part should make it do less damage. But Spear on Guardian and Mesmer are just mechanically crazy right now. Every single button does like an offensive and a defensive thing. There is no purity of purpose at all on Guardian or Mesmer Spear, and I think that's part of the problem with the balance the way it is right now, is they just... the button do good. Go. Yeah, I'm a warrior refugee, I would say. I like warrior because it's jank and bad, and by bad I mean just jank. It's not really bad. I'm secretly a Mesmer main, but I haven't played Mesmer really in like a year. Mostly because Celestial Gear made it way too easy to play and I got bored and gave up. Also, I really didn't like having one dodge, and even after they fixed it, Mirage was kind of dead for me. And I enjoy the class fantasy of the Gun Samurai, that's why I'll, you know, still coping they'll fix it one day. If they get some development budget. But exclamation point balance, exclamation point, if I could talk, which I can't, which is why I'm a streamer. Exclamation point balance in chat, guys and girls, and we will get that drawing going for another 25 gold. Just got to be followed on Twitch or exist on YouTube. Pick up Power Chrono. Active while you were... No, I wasn't... I never played Chrono, Jan. I played Mirage. This is all Mirage. If they had a breakdown of the specializations, I'd actually really like that. That's all Mirage. Chronomancer is another one where... Like, there's 36 different specializations in this game, right? This is why I say just try stuff in PvP, because you never know, because the specializations, a lot of them, unless you're a Revenant, they play really differently. I made a Bladesworn PvP video, I'm sorry. So, like, they all play really differently. So just try stuff, right? I thought I would love Chronomancer. I really don't. I really don't. It's conceptually one of the coolest things in the world to me. I just don't like how it plays. I thought I would hate Mirage, and I thought I would hate Bladesworn, and I love them. So again, just try stuff. Whether it's to our new dudes or old dudes or whatever. Like, find the class you love. Support Chrono's dope right now, like we were talking about. It's like so crazily overtuned. It's really good in small groups. I'm gonna farm some golems, chat. And hey, you know, telling ANET you'd like them to fix Warrior at some point couldn't hurt. Virtuoso's, again, so radically different from regular Mesmer. It's like, it's kind of like Bladesworn, where it's almost not a Mesmer class. I'm gonna die. These things hurt. It's a lot of stun. It's almost not a Mesmer class, which is good. It's good and weird and good. But again, Virtuoso, while maybe overperforming in PvE relative to the other stuff, it's been reworked like 4 times too. Spectre has as well. Bladesworn hasn't. So we'll see. We'll see. See what the future holds. Cautiously optimistic, chat. Try out this, Kentaro, try out this build. Like, it's not a PvP build, but maybe you could extrapolate from it. You can run something pretty similar with, like, an Assassin's Amulet and some Chronomancer runes. Sword Pistol. Because, again, the one thing that Bladesworn has is Shield Master, which isn't really a Bladesworn thing, right? Soul Beast is the Ranger? Yeah, sort of. Soul Beast just has no downside, because you can still vomit the pet up and take it into you with, like, really regular intervals. It's crazy to me that here's another sort of balance of power thing that I would do. I don't know if there's any Ranger mains out there. You know, Juice can yell at me later, but one of my friends. I feel like they should just in general, when you kill a pet, like the cooldown should be less these days, because it's like 60 seconds, and granted that's supposed to be the counterplay to Ranger, but a full minute on anything these days is like way too much. Sorry, I fell off, itching my hand. It's way too much, especially for Druid. So chunk that down to like 46 base or 40 or something, and then when a Soul Beast eats a dead pet, like, they take a damage penalty or something like that, or they don't get the stats from it or something like that, you know? Some kind of trade-off there, because it's wild to me that not only can Soul Beast still absorb and vomit up, absorb a dead pet and vomit up a healthy one. Sorry, the visual of that was horrible. Anyway, absorb a dead pet and, create a live one, but there's no penalty for that. And they can even swap pets while in Soul Beast form now, right? It's crazy town. It's like if they gave Bladesworn back its weapon swap and its burst skill with no downside. And it's just like with like a Grandmaster or something. Like you give the weapon back base, and then the Grandmaster lets you use your burst skills or something insane. Like this is not how to fix this. I understand you're mostly not doing the trade-off thing anymore, but good golly god, Soul Beast is like... Because again, if they tone that down, maybe they can give it like back unblockable or something like that my friend keeps complaining about that it doesn't have. Interesting stuff instead of just overpowered stuff. It's like how I don't want Warrior to just have Shield Master, I don't want Thieves to just have Stealth, I don't want Revenant to just have the weird Vindicator of Age dodge things, Imagine a Revenant that generated energy like 1 times as fast but had a 20-second Legend Swap cooldown. That would be different. That would be interesting. I would play completely differently. I gotta run that idea by Homage. See what he thinks. Also, I think I gotta get this goat. I think I'm gonna buy a goat, chat. Oh, help me kill the Doliacs. The entire team like ran away like babies. Why are you guys babying it up? Anyway, exclamation point balance in chat. And we will get this going. Dual line stance thing is a really neat idea. Wish to learn more in the dodging. Yeah. It did when you could have 1 to 3 dodges. I really like the 1 to 3 dodges thing on Vindicator, which is supposed to be its trade-off, and then they were like, no. Because everyone just took the 2-1. Because it did damage and grant or extended boons. And also did chill, I think, to begin with. It was insane. Vindicator's, people complain about Vert and Willbender these days, but Vindicator was the crazy town one on release. This guy is made of fucking adamantium. This is a full Trailblazers, whatever this is, by the way. Kata? Yeah, this thing is full Trailblazers, dude. I'm gonna fight you and your friendo. I will in the camp. Hell yeah, I will in the camp. Camp might actually do damage to a Trailblazers, whatever that is. And that's every boon in the game. Can't fight that. Time to run away. One day I'll be able to de-target things. It'll be great. There'll be cake. Today is not that day. That is a full Trailblazers, whatever that was. Harb was only busted in... It was a little bit busted in PvP. They did tone it down a bit. It was really strong with Celestial Gear, Dream, in World vs. World roaming, but it never stopped being strong with Celestial Gear. They just removed Celestial Gear from being ridiculous for World vs. World. It was pretty good in PvP. But after they nerfed Vindy and Harb, it was the all Spectre show, and then they nerfed that. And Bladesworn, to be fair, it was the all Bladesworn show, but it wasn't because Bladesworn was good, it was because Tactical Reload reloaded your heal skill. for reasons. Or for reloaded all your shouts, which were heal skills, in an area. Balance. Yeah, exactly, Jan Kid. Balance. Sigh. What we got? What we got? 2 minutes, chat. Get those entries in. 25 golds on the line. It's free. It's free if you win. Literally typing is the only effort that's required. It's the best. My streams are the best farm in the game, objectively. All you have to do is listen to me complain about Warrior and listen to rock music and chill. It's pretty good. Ask me dumb questions I can't answer. We need some more hype music. Speaking of, let's get some Rustage up in here. Heck yeah. Mad ups to Rustage, Divide Music, and Fable. I do not praise them enough. Oh, there go the frames. There go the frames. The frame party. Alright, we'll take SMC real quick. What could go wrong, right? I think we're winning this. Also, this heal skill specifically, to the limit, is really strong on Warrior. I mean, go figure, it refunds endurance, but it refunds endurance to your allies as well. It's extremely good. You know, we're dropping frames, but, like, it's weird. I feel like we're lagging less on EBG than we were in Desert. Oh my god. What? Teleporting elementalists, dude. Let's try. Yeah. It only heals them if you trade it, but if you're on like comms with somebody, it's a lot. It's 2 dodges. No, it's just raw endurance, Jan. That's why I said, like, you know, I'm fully capable of calling out the bullshit things on Warrior. Like, it has a really long cast time at 1 second, but like refunding 100 endurance, especially when Relic of Rivers is in the game or in World vs. World, very strong. That's why I sort of landed on tactical reload with the defense trait that gives you enduring pain. It's weird that it's enduring pain. Balance stance is my sort of 2 invulns on this build. Fear me for the setups, along with Bull's Charge and everything else. This is what I'm talking about. Like build crafting is very much alive and well. There's some overpowered stuff like Worldbender's crit chance thing, sure, but there's definitely some cool stuff you can do even on classes you already play. Alright, chat. While we take this Lord, and while Rustage plays us out here, we will do this drawing. Might even have to do some extra bonus drawings because you guys have been super good tonight and helping new players and whatnot. Yeah, we'll do a bonus drawing, I think. Oh, I've seen this Deadeye a lot, actually. This guy's kind of dope. It's like pretty good. Fighting with my ranger friend. Let me click this button. We will get this in. Can't click the button and play the video game, so we'll run upstairs real quick. Hopefully somebody else can keep the Lord in combat. Remember to blink as well, chat. Need a fat hydrate check, fat posture check, and a fat like blink check. Alright, click the button. It's going. You can get run over by Zerg. Merkleys, you have one. Congrats, dog. Character name or an account name or whisper Salem before the end of the stream. Appreciate it. I think you're one of our regulars. Welcome back, dude. Yeah, if you too would like to win money, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and sometimes Friday at 9, so get followed. And do lots of build crafting, theory crafting, and talking about balance on this channel. It's pretty cool here. Okay with Warrior having this, power creep relics are kind of toxic combo with it, but yeah. So again, the dodge relics are just like a PvP problem, right? And Rivers already got dumpstered in PvP. I like that Warrior does support in weird ways to its allies, like giving them endurance so they can dodge more is really cool. That's why I'm kind of upset that Linebreaker like just doesn't break lines at all. It'd be cool if Linebreaker, instead of giving protection and Aegis at the end of the scream that is the buggiest thing in existence that you can't cancel, like actually had the old Wild Blow knockback where you would launch whatever you ran into and then they would launch or knock back whatever they ran into. A couple of my friends called it the Punch of Destiny, like from Dragon Ball. You know? That was pretty cool. Oh, I had the catapult targeted. I'm probably dead. I thought I was going to go past it. So I used a movement skill, but he had a pulsing immobilize on me, so Warrior Sprint didn't remove it. That's alright. But yeah, again, Merkleys, you have won if you are here. Character name or an account name before the end of the stream. And if Merkleys doesn't claim it, I will double the next giveaway. So no worries there, guys. Do one more before the end of the stream. Yeah, Berserker's old Wild Blow, instead of it, the reason they took it away is because it's part of the PvE rotation for reasons. Or was for like a nanosecond. It used to launch whatever you hit with it, 600 range, and then they would fly backwards and they would knock back whatever they hit. It was actually a really cool idea, and I wish they'd reuse that coding for something. I almost feel like that would fit on Stomp, but maybe it would be a little bit too overpowered. What I want Stomp to do realistically is I want it to be the Vindicator dodge, but you target it on the ground, so you just go up in the air and then go down there, and it functions like a blink skill. So it doesn't obey terrain pathing, but it still has like the red reticle to be balanced. I think that'd be pretty fun. Where's... This will be the day. Can't go a stream without Ruby. No, there've been a lot of fun things that I kind of wish they would add back. Fall damage traits used to be a thing, where it would reduce fall damage in World vs. World, and every time you would take fall damage, you would use a skill. Warriors was the best because it was literally Stomp, so you could jump off the ledge of keeps over and over and just launch people. It was extremely fun. That's why I'm just like, hey, ArenaNet, stop removing fun things even if they don't make sense, you know? I kind of get that that's like a little bit abusable for World vs. World, but also like, who cares? It's not that's not affecting a Zerg fight, you know? We need to get out of combat so we can get some stacks here, chat. Ugh. Blue is wrecking red. Also, PSA for anybody who didn't hear, there is a detarget button. It's just bugged. It's like take or lock auto target or something. Let me see if I can find the option. Whenever you release it, it detargets whatever you had targeted, which is kind of a miracle. I'm gonna try it in the middle of this. Am I stuck? Huh. Alright, well. They want to try to kill me, so this is happening now. Something's interrupting me for shit. That's a lot of people on me, chat. I thought it was going to be like 2. It was not like 2. It's like 5. And a bear? The bear did the most damage. Let me see if I can find this binding. Hang on. I need to still set it because I need to remap it in XPadder. But it should be like... right... Where is it? Lock auto target. This one. For some reason, it's like bugged. I believe that's the binding. Don't quote me, but it's on Reddit. And it will... Releasing the button will deselect everything. Which is kind of cool when you don't want to mash escape. And I really need to set that up. Might do that after the stream. Oh, man. I don't know. I'm excited for the balance patch on Friday. I'm hopeful that it's going to change more meaningful things. Maybe give some Grandmasters some flavor. Hopefully homogenize the game less, not more. Make everyone's dreams come true. Add a new World vs. World map. That's a decent closing discussion, chat. What are your, like, dreams for Guild Wars 2, right? Because Guild Wars 3 is realistically probably going to happen at some point, but it's probably also, like, people keep asking me about it, and if it's just getting sort of allocation for funding last year, it's going to be, like, 5-6 years before we hear anything about that bitch. So, like, realistically, with how they develop MMOs, let alone video games these days. So, what are your dreams for Guild Wars 2 here? What would you like them to do? What would you maybe like them to do to your class specifically? There are no restrictions on this. You can go nuts and be as ridiculous or as cool as you want them to be. I hope they bring some class flavor back. I want a reveal relic. That would be lovely. Gunsaber projectiles going into space as God intended. Oh, I thought I was having a duel. I was not having a duel, chat. I was having the Willbender holds me here until his friend can show up. Tragic, truly. Kind of like them to make NG kits a class mechanic instead of a tool belt. Like... Instead of the tool belt... You mean just like all of them on the tool belt or something? Is he gonna kill me? No? Huh. Weird. Okay. I'm okay with that. That would be interesting. They would have to do something like Elementalist, where they have cooldowns and whatnot. Because just giving NG swappable kits is already a lot. Like, Holosmith, since I've started theory crafting on NG, I've noticed a lot more, like, trade-offs that NG has, and one of them is, like, going into holoform disables a kit. So, it's very interesting. Is this homage? It's some kind of weird Condi Revenant. Dream is to have PvP balance in World versus World. That'd be interesting. It might help. The thing with balance, again, is that everyone has their own ideas about it, including me. Bro, you need more poison on your build. He'd be kicking my ass if he had poison. Fucking 450 damage with that. I forgot the Revenant Spear, they actually throw it. That's kind of cool. I really wish the Warrior one had been like that. It's mind-boggling to me that the Warrior one is not thrown at all. This man's guild tag is oink. I dig it. No, it was good. Good setup. I think I got shot by an archer in there. It was a knockback. You won. Good stuff, dude. Yeah, it'd be an interesting specialization. Fractals, revive PvP meta or PvE metas. Be interesting if they all had infusions, but then people would just do the only possible, like, most profitable ones. Sorry, catching up a chat. PvP balance, World vs. World, fucking dishes. Yeah, but World vs. World and PvP are fundamentally different. Like, even with team composition and engagements and stuff. That's why I actually really liked... I'm the one lunatic that really liked when all the game modes used the same balance. Because I think, honestly, with infinite development budget, they could do that. but a lot of the original developers aren't there still at the studio, so that kind of killed a lot of it, because the knowledge feels like it's gone of like the things that are supposed to interact with other things. So I don't know if that's true, it's just what it feels like. Come down the power creep and make fundamental changes, nerf everything across the board. They might. We'll see. No one likes a nerf patch is the problem, and people do like eating food, so. Right me. It's good to have goals. It's good to talk about stuff. I think they'll do one, Ken. I think they'll do their next expansion / possibly last expansion. Will do an elite spec without a weapon tied to it. Just because it'll fit in the weird like stat or spec selection box that you have on your character selection screen, or in your HUD for your character. It'll round it out, and they really like doing that. They did it with the build templates recently, so. I just wish they would actually give some of the old ones. You know, I'm clearly 100% not biased at all, but I feel like they should finish some of the old ones first. Yeah, a lot of them work at, what's it called? I know Robert G works for Riot now, so credit to him. I'm glad he got into a space where he's one of the developers I have the most respect for. If you don't, I think he made Chronomancer. He's a phenomenal developer. Really interesting dude. He works for Riot now. So I'm glad he's in a position where he can just work on like champion balance or whatever, hopefully. Co-founder was an old Blizzard guy. I mean, I feel like everybody was an old Blizzard guy. Blizzard was like game studio that existed. Are you talking about Mike, who was in charge of ANET during Icebreed Saga? Are you talking about other Colin Dream? Not current Colin, other Colin. I think there was another Colin, I believe. I could be making that up. Don't quote me, chat. Anyway, we got one more giveaway to do. Let's exclamation point EBG in chat, and we will get that drawing going. And that will be our last drawing of the night. But if you too want more money, come back next week and we will do another one. But stay tuned for Friday, when we will be previewing the balance patch at 3 p.m. Eastern. Noon Pacific. Ooh, duels. Duels. Oh, and you have to be followed on Twitch or just exist on YouTube. Just a quick PSA. I want to watch Reaper versus Avert. I don't think I've ever seen this matchup. This is fun. Get those entries in while we protein break and watch this. Alright, we good. Yeah, Mike O'Brien's the one I'm thinking of. That was an interesting mix-up. Bird's got it. The bird also has food, to be fair. Food is such a huge deciding factor. Like if you're not running food, you're kind of throwing. Also, free little teaser. Check this food out, chat. Free little teaser for a video we may or may not have coming up on the channel, depending on what happens. That. Alright, teaser over. I'm excited. There is food that is better than Ascended food in this game. Yeah, I want to make sure they don't take it out of the game, because a lot more people have started using it, Jan. I don't like making videos. I don't like... Whether it's... I spend a phenomenal amount of my life just doing Sisyphean things, so I don't like doing them. I don't know if they know, but if they take it out, I don't want to make a video on it, so because I'll look like an idiot. Heaven forbid that happen on the internet. We'll see. We'll see. The food's kind of cracked, but is what it is. going on over here? That is a full-blown red cadre. They are destroying that tower. A lot of people are using it for raids, apparently, because it's... Selly food was already used on a class, and it's just, you know, the good Selly food with the extra damage as well, or with the extra damage reduction as well. So people are using it for, like, LCM. No, it's not Thesis on speed. It's the actual food. Alright, not previewing it again. Thesis is also the AoE one. These are good. But yeah, I plan to do a top 7 and one that's literally cheating foods for world versus world video. Yo, don't say that. I was born around then. Don't hit me with the age stick, Dream. But yeah, exclamation point EBG in chat. You want me to blow your mind, chat? I'm pretty sure Path of Fire came out in 2017. The utility's just base bitch stuff. I think they're Ferocity or Furious Sharpening Stones on this build. Yeah, Path of Fire came out in like 2017, chat. Ow. Ow. That hurts. One of my friends also says, no, I'm not talking about the Furious Sharpening Stones. I'm talking about the other one. Never mind. Doesn't matter. The point is, like, yeah, it's been a bit. My friend actually thinks that POF was like base, or was like the best Guild Wars 2 he's ever played. It might be nostalgia, obviously, but I do kind of agree. I was kind of into the 10 target cap thing they were trying. It was very interesting. This Mesmer is killing me in the wrong weapon set. This is going to be a problem, chat. A few people here. That's what I get. Being greedy, trying to get the guards. You're a vanilla fan. I didn't really play during vanilla. Interesting. Mounts opened up the game. I don't like... Yes. I don't like cats. At least for World vs. World. And I really actually kind of don't like the sky scale in PvE. I think it's... The experience once you have a sky scale is so vastly different from when you don't. I mean, granted, it should be. It should be like that. I'm actually going to put this on the channel. I think I'm gonna do, like, what was your favorite era of Guild Wars 2 as a poll. It's a good question, chat. Yeah, I don't know. The sky scale just, like, it's really convenient, but it opens up just, like, being a god where you can jump on a dragon and be on that mountain over there is such a different experience from, like, the new player experience. Dodges mattered. That's true. That's definitely true. I mean, even when Daredevil came out, dodges mattered. It's all the excessive power creep around dodges that have made dodges, like, kind of insane. You know, like the Relic of Rivers and all the extra free crap you get on dodge, like we talked about. We need this song, chat, and we need to do this drawing sooner than later because Pseudo's got to go eat food. So exclamation point EBG in chat, all one thing. Although I think the bot should take it either way. And we'll do another drawing for 25 gold in 3 minutes. I mean, it's rewarding. They were clearly going to do a dragon mount forever because dragon game need dragon mount, duh. But it's definitely a different experience. You can still have input. You can have input on based on what you played, yeah. We just took this. Sick. We're the best. I don't know how they bring the skimmer back, or the springer back. I know they made it jump like a little bit higher, but I feel like the springer should be the one that gets the air jumps or something. Put springer in World vs. World, that'd bring it back. No problems with that whatsoever. Yo, iCover, you deserve some fucking money. Get an entry in. Just because you're one of our regulars doesn't mean I can't send you money, man. You're always short on food. Give it to your guildies or something. So I really want them to just like do insane crap like that for a week dream, like Springer in World vs. World, or like Skyscale allowed on Edge of the Mists or some crap. Like I'd also love, in terms of World vs. World maps, we'd like a Skyward Sword style Legend of Zelda map with floating islands where you get the Skyscale, but it has like 1 health, so it's really easy to dismount you. Yeah, it'd just be fun for a week. It doesn't need to be in there permanently. Or like maps. I mean, literally just do it on EBG. The map doesn't matter for score, right? Who cares? I have no idea what they're going to do for the next expansion for movement. I really hope it doesn't suck. I honestly, here's genuinely, chat. Here's your hot take land with Pseudo. I hope there's nothing. I hope the next expansion has nothing to do with freedom of movement, except maybe the lead boots idea that we've been talking about forever, where you like sink to, you get a special action when you go underwater, and you sink to the bottom of whatever your water area you're in, and then you're on land combat, and you can press the action again 10 seconds later to not be. That would be the perfect implementation of aquatic, right? I don't know if I can take credit for that idea. I don't remember if I thought of it or one of my friends did, but that is the perfect implementation of water combat in this game, so they don't have to worry about balance for it. I hope they do that and nothing else, and maybe just tighten up some of the systems that already exist. I hope they focus all their dev time on fixing the broken elite specs that are in the game right now. Steal my food. All right. I'm already funding one of my friends' return to this game. What's another? I don't know. Aquatic combat needs some love, but it's not bad is the thing. And now that they've at least acknowledged its existence with spears, like, wrong weapon set, go away. Is this Willbender? Willbender. Posture check, chat. Alright, Willbender time. Let's do this. Right weapon set. Oh, come on. I'll fight you and the entire camp. What could go wrong? I can't dismount you because you're a guardian. You get free Aegis, but, you know. You, like, come out of the camp and fight me? You're a fucking Willbender. Alright, just fight the camp. Not that my skills hit it or do damage at all. You have the PvP ball. I swear he just used a Dragon Hunter animation. I swear it was right here. Got poison on his build. No, he doesn't. It's the camp. The camp is blinding me and shit. It's kind of rough. Yep, they get weakness because of course they do. One dead Willbender. Anyway, no, he came out and fought me. To his credit, he didn't be a full tiny bitch. Exclamation point EBG in chat. Yeah, a lot of them don't function underwater. Mechanist just doesn't. I remember my friend telling me that when End of Dragons came out. Bladesworn, at least, Bladesworn is literally better underwater. I'm not biased. That must be why I want aquatic expansion. That's funny. There's a lot they can do, and it's a pretty game. I'd love to see some aquatic stuff. Ranger's pretty good underwater. Apparently Thief is just busted. Like I told you, Thief has a build where you go spear, and you just weapon swap, and you can't hit them. Like they have an ability that evades and attacks, and I think it costs like 1 initiative or something. I know Ranger has the piranhas, but I thought Ranger was overpowered till I saw Thief. Grenade Kit is probably unnerfed underwater as well. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I still think Revenant Trident is the best, though. Revenant Trident is, like, insane. It does actually, like, 40 stacks of burning. He's mad. So mad. It's like, I'm a Willbender. A Bladesworn shouldn't be able to kill me. I don't even know what that class is. Okay, you used Renewed Focus. Good job. Well done. That's 5. 5 times Dragon Trigger has not moved me this stream, chat. Now he's being a baby. Well, you get to sit there while I kill the rest of this camp. Ah, they disappeared. Perfect. Tragic, truly. Get a friend. Ah, can't even get the vengeance. Unfortunate. I should have just fought the other guy and like kept tagging him. Yeah, can always improve. No, I don't know if it's Thief's Spear. I think it's like Thief, yeah, it's a Thief Underwater Spear, sorry. Second, my brain forgot spears could be on land. Anyway, we gotta do this drawing here, chat. Get this going. We got a bunch of entries for our EBG giveaway. This is our 4th giveaway of the night. Again, I just give away Monday, like every Monday or Tuesday. I joke that it's the best farm in the game, but you know, if you like chill builds, chill streams, chill stuff, feel free to follow for when we are live. And yeah, it's pretty cool here. I do say so myself, but it's mostly down to chat. 3, 2, 1. Jan Kid, you have won again. Character name or an account name. Congrats, dog. And I will shoot you 25 gold. Yeah, it's weird that there are golems in the Thousand Seas Pavilion. I agree. I did notice that as well. I used that to film the Bladesworn Works Better Underwater video that's on the channel. It's like, yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I'm glad that there's yeah, JN Kid. Character name or account name, or you can whisper Salem. Yeah, don't despair if you didn't win. I do lots of regular streams, lots of giveaways, and we have a larger giveaway coming up on the channel thanks to our Twitch subs. So thank you for that, guys. Twitch subs also do get double entries. I did forget to mention that because that is sort of monetary, even if it's a Prime sub. So, but yeah, character name, account name. We'll get this going for a little bit more, and then Pseudo's got to go eat like an entire pizza because today was a arm day, and despite my inability to get any bigger, I'd like to get stronger. Put points into your own skill tree, chat. It's a lot more productive than yelling and screaming on the internet. Thankfully, you guys are pretty chill. Honestly, my entire comment section has been just amazing. Especially when I'm like, hey, can we have a civil discussion about, like, balance? There's a couple people that are just like, you know, dead game or Virtuoso's fine or not even that. Like, that's a valid opinion. Just like, you know, meme comments. But been amazing discussions, honestly. Really, really, really cool. Put that on a t-shirt. We already have t-shirts. We have Vanguards of Ascension t-shirts. They're dope. You want to fight again? Without your friendo, maybe? This guard is wrecking my face. I'll wait for the guard to stop fighting him. That's not fair. Let me grab that, and then I'll get you in a second, Jiren Kid. Thank you. Sorry about that. All right. Fight time. Let's go. 1,000 barrier damage, chat, with a dragon trigger. Remember, this can one-shot you in PvP according to Reddit. I think we might have an existing bounty. I might do that as a fun channel contest where if you can find a build that Dragon Trigger will actually one-shot you. Six times Dragon Trigger 2 has failed on the stream. Like, I'm not on crack, right? You guys are seeing this too. The skill literally just doesn't work. If my skill had cast, he would have died. Oh well. Nothing you can do about it. Is what it is. Self-vulnerability would be amazing for Warrior. I really want a self-vulnerability like Relic, or honestly, this... If Signet of Fury could give you 2 seconds of vulnerability, that'd be amazing. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work. It's amazing. I just try to point it out because people don't believe me. Like, and the more people we get, like, wanting to play Bladesworn, you know, I like to cope it up, but maybe one day ArenaNet will actually fix the class, or finish it even. Because, again, A-tier class fantasy ArenaNet, you nailed it, man. Just finish it. Use the tools that are in the game to finish it. Mesmer Spear and Necro Sword literally use the same attacks. And you fixed those. Oh, man. Maybe one day, maybe never, but I still enjoy it, you know? If I wasn't having fun and I was still complaining, like, sitting here complaining about it, that'd be one thing, but I genuinely still enjoy it, so... Video games are for fun. But I do hope to get back to Mechanist pretty soon. Like, Mechanist Spear, A-tier animations. They have all of the things I ever wanted for Bladesworn, like all of the animation budget for Bladesworn I ever wanted is on Engineer Spirit. Is beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous in terms of animations, and I'm glad that they have a new animation department. I don't know really for what, but like, it is what it is, right? That was weird. Oh well. Might be the new game, might be just Guild Wars 3, who knows? One day, right? It's not even failed execution, it's just unfinished execution, right? I mean, I can't really talk. One of my failures in life, or one of the personal flaws that I'm trying to work on in life, is I will get 90% of the way done with something, and then like go, eh. But that's kind of what Bladesworn feels like, where it's like 90% done, and it's just like, you want to test any of this? Eh. So, I can't talk, you know, those who live in glass houses. But maybe one day, maybe not. There's a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes. I think that was a NG. NG with a rifle. What are you, Soul Beast? Heck yeah. So many blue dudes. Oh my gosh. This is like a full-on war. I don't know if we have the nerds to deal with this. Yeah, right. Eh. Yeah, I kind of knew I was dead as soon as I moved into the tower range. Also got hit with a catapult. It's too good. Oh, man. Yeah, you just gotta put points in yourself and learn and stuff. Is Relic of Fireworks... you mean, does Relic of Fireworks do anything special on Warrior? Rephrase your question, Jan. To be fair, Willbender was kind of like that for a really long time. Willbender sucked on End of Dragon's release, and look at all the attention it got, so maybe one day. Maybe never. We'll see. I don't know. I think it comes from a fear of uncertainty dream, if I had to pin it down. Where I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm afraid of success. What happens when I finish this project? You know? But... What comes next? Better stay in limbo forever. That's much healthier. But you just learn about yourself and you improve. Alright. Pseudo, speaking of which, I need to go eat all the food. Does relaxing the player's builds function on Warrior? Not really. I mean, it's just, you know, run it with rifle. Run it with rifle spear, or whatever one-shot build you're running. In PvP, it'll work fine. But remember, it has to trigger off a 20-second cooldown weapon skill. So... I would more look into Mount Balrior, the relic. It is... No, Fireworks is just burst damage, and it has to trigger off a 20-second cooldown weapon skill, of which Warrior has, like, this, and that's it. So if you can find one maybe on Spear or something with, like, Spear Swipe first as a setup, that might work. But that would be more of a Spellbreaker thing, so maybe on that Berserker build. But again, you'd be losing Alacrity. Anyway, more hype song for rolling it out here, guys. I will see you guys probably on Friday, if not sooner. Stay tuned to the channel to see if we're streaming on Wednesday. I really can't promise anything, but we will see. For Friday, it'll be good. We'll have our balanced preview on, hopefully, you know, if they don't move it again. Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, and have a good one. Stay warm, and I will see you in Tyria. Peace out.